Doomsday, my Godhead space is infinite. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 201 Big Willow advances to the 9th level. When the earth and rocks were about to fall to the top of his head, he dodged into the space of Godhead Point. Although a laboratory was destroyed this time, the main scientist was not caught, which was considered a failed operation. Go back to the Godhead space and go directly to the geisha and relax after a big battle. After 7 or 8 hours of fighting, the dust has settled outside. Using the soil ability to go up to the ground. It turns out that he has already reached the seaside. It seems that these scientists escaped by water. It may not be easy to find scientists in the short term. Go back to the base and find Kinfeng and others, who are fighting a mutant crab with a huge size. Leng Mingyue saw that everyone's battle was not in any danger, so he didn't make a move. It seems that today I can eat seafood again. After half an hour, the crabs were taken apart. Kinfeng, boss, you are back. Have you found those people? Leng Mingyue, although one of their bases was destroyed, the main personnel have all fled. It may be difficult to find them in the short term. Bell language, it's okay, as long as they show their heads, they will definitely be found. Leng Mingyue, that's right, eat first, seafood is free today, everyone. Shit, and Leng Mingyue also took out some wine for everyone to drink. Of course not to drink too much during the day. Had a good meal. Uan Kan asked, brother Leng, they escaped, so what shall we do next? Leng Mingyue also had some headaches. The task was not completed, thought for a while and said, let me contact the Kyoto base first. For the time being, everyone will kill zombies here, collect crystal cores, and let everyone try to improve their level. Kinfeng nodded and took everyone to hunt zombies after dinner. Leng Mingyue asked a few pets to follow and upgrade as soon as possible. After making arrangements, he took out the satellite phone and called Jingdu. After the meeting, I recounted what happened here. Deputy Base Chief, they are progressing so fast. They have already been able to produce such a perfect zombie alloy and preserve their intelligence. Leng Mingyue probably has the strength of the late 8th level. Deputy Base Chief, destroying this experimental base this time will definitely slow down their progress. Next, I will ask the satellites and various bases to pay attention to the zombies in this area. If they are found, they will be eliminated as soon as possible. Leng Mingyue, then let me know as soon as you have any news. After hanging up the phone, Leng Mingyue lay down on a recliner. He took out a bottle of cold beer. Although it was winter, the devils were not cold. Next, I will give myself a short vacation. The crazy doctor has no clues, and my ability level will not increase. Then just enjoy it for a few days. Just after drinking half a bottle of wine, a wave of supernatural power spread in the east. What? A powerful ability. Leng Mingyue quickly ran to the east. From a distance, I saw a group of zombies surrounding a big willow tree. The big willow tree is emitting green light, and its breath is getting stronger and stronger. Fuck me. Let Daliashu take the lead and rise to level 9. The higher the level, the bigger the gap. Looking at Mingyue, he was afraid that Mingyue would not be able to control the big willow tree. Mingyue nodded. Don't worry this time. Daliashu didn't think about betraying. That's good. The zombies who had advanced to the green light stimulation also went berserk. Leng Mingyue shouted, don't let the zombies disturb Daliashujin. Everyone, quickly clean up the zombies around. He also rushed into the zombie group with 2 alloy sabers in his hand. The ones in the distance use the flame ability, and the ones nearby are just 2 swords. After more than half an hour, all the zombies were cleaned up. Daliashu sent a spiritual message to Leng Mingyue, expressing his desire for a crystal nucleus. Leng Mingyue poured out a large number of low-level crystal nuclei, forming a hill of crystal nuclei on the ground. The big willow tree takes root on the crystal nucleus mountain. The big willow tree with a height of more than 50 meters absorbs crystal nuclei crazily, but its height is getting lower and lower. In the end, it turned into a 25-meter tall man with green hair and bark all over his body. It also grew arms and legs, forming a tree-like appearance. The tree man said to Leng Mingyue, "Thank you boss for giving me so many crystal cores. Leng Mingyue nodded. You have been promoted to level 9, and you are the highest level in our team. You must protect everyone in the future. Everyone is happy. Everyone back to base to celebrate. Leng Mingyue was depressed again, just about to rest for a few days. Life was like a whip, pulling himself forward. You have to work hard, and you can reach the 9th grade as soon as possible. Chapter 202 Stitching Zombies can control zombie groups. Back at the base, there were still a lot of crabs left, and another donkey, 2 pigs, and 2 lambs were roasted. There are also some vegetarian dishes. Just like Chinese New Year, everyone gathers and eats together unexpectedly. The big willow tree also wanted to have a taste. After eating a few bites of vegetarian dishes, he said he didn't like them, and then took a few bites of meat dishes. Dahlia Shu was very satisfied. Said, meat is still delicious. I will eat more meat in the future. Leng Mingyue handed it another bottle of beer, and Dahlia Shu drank it in one gulp, very excited after drinking it. Said to drink frequently in the future. Leng Mingyue, don't call it Big Willow in the future. Just choose a name. Ringtone. Call it Groot. I really like that name. Dahlia Shu is also very satisfied with the name because Dahlia Shu and Leng Mingyue were eating at the same table. Dahuan was jealous. Dahuan, I also want to sit at the table and eat, and I also want a nice name. Leng Mingyue said, you can sit at the table and eat at the 9th level, but don't even think about changing your name. In fact, it's not that Rhubarb is not allowed to eat at the table. The table and chairs are designed to suit the human body, and everyone eats the same. There was constant laughter, and dinner was settled. Leng Mingyue said that he was very tired these days, and he wanted to relax today. It's not the first time for the girls to be together, but Liu Fang and Nanan are a little embarrassed. Fortunately, Liu Fang was arranged first. When I was young, I didn't know the beauty of young women, and mistakenly regarded young girls as treasures. Liu Fang is also a treasure girl, although it is almost 40, because of her natural beauty, and after having a supernatural power, she regained her girlish appearance. Huang Can is the second one. Although Huang Can is also in his early 30s, he looks basically the same as when he was in college. A beautiful and charming school belle. In the darkness of the battle, the girls were defeated one by one. The last one is Nanan, who is the youngest among the girls, only 19 years old. After the new year, mature charm, girly fragrance. It brought a different feeling to Leng Mingyue. Ruan Rao Township is a tomb of heroes. It's been absurd for 2 days. There has been no news of Dr. Madness. Leng Mingyue felt that they had escaped from the magic capital. Leng Mingyue was basking in the sun, and Qin Feng hurried over. Boss, a group of zombies appeared from the east, probably the stitched zombies. Leng Mingyue sat up immediately and made another zombie in just 2 days. How many are there? Let's go and see. Qin Feng, probably tens of thousands. Leng Mingyue stopped abruptly. So much. Run. Quickly to the east. After running for 2 streets, I saw more than 300 people confronting tens of thousands of zombies. It turned out that there were 10 sewing zombies controlling the group of zombies, and the tens of thousands behind them were ordinary zombies. Qin Feng, boss, what should we do now? Kill him. Leng Mingyue, I didn't expect that the stitched zombies have the ability to control the zombie group. There will be many such battles in the future. When they fight, we should give priority to killing the stitched zombies. The zombies charged first. Qin Feng directed everyone to prepare abilities. When the zombies were about 50 meters away, the people with long-range abilities began to release abilities, such as fireballs, earth thorns, and ice picks, to kill the zombies rushing in front. Leng Mingyue found several sewing zombies retreating, and these guys wanted to run away. These zombies are not very high level, so it is no problem for our team to kill them. Leng Mingyue, Dahuang Xiaobei, go to the back and kill the stitching zombies. Rhubarb walked around from the side. Leng Mingyue was afraid that some zombies would run away, so he rushed over with his saber in hand. Xiaobei was much simpler. One flash appeared on a billboard on the side of the street, and another flash. He had already caught up with the stitching zombie. One space cut killed 3 stitched zombies. Space chop requires a relatively long skill interval. Otherwise it is really invincible. When Rhubarb rushed to the front, 6 of them had been killed. Rhubarb's paws swung with a golden light, and with a few consecutive paws, they killed the remaining 4th level zombies. Leng Mingyue nodded in satisfaction. Xiaobei's attack power is getting higher and higher. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 203 Another Animal Doctor. Several stitched zombies were dealt with. Leng Mingyue looked back at his team of 300 people, facing tens of thousands of zombies without flinching. There are only a few people who have not reached the 6th level. After the 6th level, it will be difficult to advance. Even with the help of spiritual spring water, they have already reached the peak point. Of course, zombies are also about level 5 to 6. If you want to improve, you have extraordinary aptitude. Only a big city with a population of tens of millions can produce a zombie king. A zombie king can break through to level 10. This group of zombies, without the control of the stitching zombies, also scattered. It took another half an hour to clean up, probably killing thousands of zombies. At this moment, the satellite phone rang again, and Leng Mingyue thought that there was news about Dr. Crazy at the Kyoto base. Deputy Base Chief, there is bad news. Leng Mingyue, it's bad news. The crazy doctor has escaped. Although the Deep Pit base was destroyed by me, I didn't leave this group of doctors. They should have traveled by water, which can be monitored by satellites. The Deputy Base Chief sighed. It's not just Dr. Crazy. Leng Mingyue was startled. The crazy doctor hadn't solved it yet, and there was another problem. Deputy Base Chief, in the Zishu area, there is also a doctor of animals. This was originally an animal laboratory. Recently, there was a wire report that a rebel organization supported this laboratory. They are studying the combination of mutant beasts and humans, so that humans can obtain the power of mutant beasts. Leng Mingyue scratched his head. What is this all about? Why so many weird ideas have been realized? Deputy Base Chief, although the mutants created by the animal doctor have not attacked the survivor bases yet, many bases are starting to lose survivors. Maybe they rushed to do experiments. It's really a wave of ups and downs. Deputy Base Chief, the threat from Dr. Animal is not too great. I'll send someone to talk to him. We should deal with Dr. Crazy first. Now all the satellites are searching at sea. After hanging up the phone, Leng Mingyue scratched his head, let the Kyoto base worry, and brought people back to the base for dinner. After a big battle, he was a little hungry. In the following days, Leng Mingyue wanted to break through to level 9. Try to absorb the crystal nucleus every day. It's as if there is a layer of membrane blocking him. No matter how many crystal nuclei he absorbs, he can't improve his realm. Leng Mingyue thought of a way to find high-level zombies, to act as mutated animals, to fight to the death, and to break through under the pressure of death. Leng Mingyue approached Qin Feng. I will go out in 3 days to find an opportunity to break through the 9th level. You lead everyone to develop first here, so that everyone can improve their level as much as possible. Qin Feng, boss, where are you going? Is there any danger? You and your sister-in-law will take care of you. Leng Mingyue waved his hand. The battle of life and death can bring pressure to break through. Leng Mingyue, I won't take anyone with me this time, and I shouldn't be out for too long. Why do I have to leave after 3 days? It's because I have to spend more time with the girls, and there is Lingyuan. Now Lingyuan has no morning sickness, and is much better. Pregnant women should spend more time with her. I took a few girls to the beach, basked in the sun, and swam in the shallow sea. Enjoy the peaceful time that can only be enjoyed before the end of the world. A few girls are basking in the sun on the beach in bikinis or on can. I want to go swimming, but I don't know if there are any mutant beasts in the sea. Leng Mingyue, what's so difficult about it? With a wave of his hand, several killer whales and a great white shark appeared by the sea. Leng Mingyue, alone. Let's go surfing with the killer whale. Each of the women had a killer whale, and Leng Mingyue sat on the back of the great white shark holding the bell, and they swam together like in the sea. After swimming for 10 minutes, I saw a small island. Because there is no human destruction, the sea water around the island is very clear and the beach is also very beautiful. Leng Mingyue, go to the island and take a rest. The Killer whale jumped directly onto the beach with the person on its back. Point Leng Mingyue. This place is so beautiful. I really hope to live here in the future. Lee. Linger. It's perfect to eat barbecue on this beach. Leng Mingyue pointed to several killer whales and great white sharks and said, go to the sea and grab some seafood, and I'll grill them for you. Killer whales and great white sharks jumped into the water without a trace. Leng Mingyue took out some tools and ingredients, and the girls worked together. Leng Mingyue took out a deck chair. Oh, I really want to live in seclusion here in the future. Liu. Fang said, if you are poor, you will be good for yourself, and if you are rich, you will benefit the world. With such a strong ability, you must solve more problems. Just like Superman, you save human beings and subdue bad people every day. Leng Mingyue reached out and patted Liu Fang's butt, stood up and wanted to help cook, but was pushed back by a few girls, saying that the gentleman should stay away from the kitchen. Point in less than 10 minutes, each killer whale caught some crabs, prawns, groupers, and some unknown fish. Leng Mingyue was lying on the deck chair, watching a group of beauties in bikinis cooking, feeling a little eager to move. Point Leng Mingyue was pregnant and didn't cook and lay down next to Leng Mingyue, and Leng Mingyue started to move and get up. Point in a short time, the abnormal voice here attracted several women. Point Uan Can, old sex critics, prostitution in the daytime, Mel. Language, speak louder and see if he will come and catch you. The ringtone will soon die. Leng Mingyue let her go. Point naked to the women who are cooking. Point Uan Can. This meal can't be done. The old pervert is here. Sisters, run away. Leng Mingyue, as long as you shout loudly, I will arrest you. Huang. Can was pressed on the chopping board. Point the daughter was pressed on the back of the killer whale. After tossing for a while, everyone was hungry. Only then did it look like barbecue. Had a good meal. It was getting dark. Point Leng Mingyue, I'm so tired. Are you going back today? Leng Mingyue took out several tents and said, I will spend the night here today. The girls were so tired that they entered the tent and fell asleep. Point in the middle of the night, a huge mutant beast climbed onto the island. Chapter 204 Fighting the King Squid. Everyone was sound asleep. There was a rustling sound on the beach. Something was sliding the sand. Leng Mingyue opened his eyes. Sensitivity is strong even in sleep. Point. When I walked out of the tent, I saw a huge black shadow that was very close. It was too dark to see what it was. A fireball hit it. The huge figure swung its tentacles and smashed the fireball apart. Point the movement outside woke up the girls by the light of the fire. It turned out to be a giant king squid. Point Uan Can. It's so big Nanan. I have to eat squid on a plate, and I can't finish it in a year. Leng Mingyue sent out several more fireballs, all of which were blown away, and pulled out the alloy saber to try whether it was hard or not. Point a few girls didn't care. This thing looks pretty easy to kill. Wielding the alloy saber, he rushed over. Unexpectedly, the tentacle was so fast that it directly hit Leng Mingyue's chest, and was directly thrown into a tree behind him. Point the girls were all dumbfounded. Leng Mingyue has been in the market for so many years, and it has never been so embarrassing a few times that he failed to catch a single blow. Point Uan Can activated the wood type ability to trap the king squid. The branches were snapped off in an instant. Point a bolt of lightning struck Li Linger, but the squid didn't respond. Point Uan Can. The defense is so high, the speed is fast, and the strength is also strong, so it's not easy to fight. Leng Mingyue stood up from the ground. Flick off the soil on the body. This king squid is really powerful. Point a few women's tools could barely stop the squid's progress. Leng Mingyue was a little careless just now. Just woke up and didn't know that the king squid could have such a fast speed. Point holding the alloy saber, he rushed up again, dodging quickly to avoid the whipping of the tentacles. A knife slashed on the tentacles. It feels like cutting meat with a blunt knife. Rubbing back and forth feels like breaking the skin. Leng Mingyue, everyone stand back. This king squid is a level 9 mutant beast. The girls all backed away. This huge figure was too oppressive. Leng Mingyue wants to try to see if the oppressive feeling of this giant beast is enough for him to break through level 9. Point Mingyue, brother Leng, be careful. If it's not easy to deal with, let's hide in the Godhead space. Leng Mingyue didn't speak and approached carefully. He had to guard against the attack of this tentacle, which was too fast. Point when approaching 20 meters, a tentacle came, and Leng Mingyue dodged quickly. Just as he dodged the tentacle, there was another tentacle behind him. With a bang, the tentacle hit Leng Mingyue's chest again. This big squid can even cheat. His IQ is too high. Also, he has recently gained a lot of power of faith and has been strengthening his physical body. Cracks appeared in the stone behind Leng Mingyue. This big squid is too fierce. Leng Mingyue was not going to play with it anymore, and with a wave of his hand, a fire ignited under the giant squid, and then he stretched out his hands, and fireballs continued to be emitted from his hands. Hit the giant squid. This king squid has 8 short tentacles and 2 long tentacles. When attacking, it mainly has long tentacles, and these 2 sea creatures are still afraid of fire, and when there is a big fire all around, this king squid is also flustered. When Leng Mingyue was already holding the winning ticket, he didn't expect the king squid to let out a breath of cold air, extinguish the surrounding flames unexpectedly. This king squid has both combat skills. With such strong strength and defense, he can still use ice abilities at this time. Leng Mingyue wanted to take out the meteorite, but after thinking about it, he had to hone himself, so he couldn't use his whole card so quickly. Carrying 2 alloy sabers in hand, he rushed forward again. The king squid wanted to retreat, but Leng Mingyue swung his knife, and a soil thorn more than 10 meters appeared behind the squid. The big squid couldn't back down anymore, so he had to fight head to head with Leng Mingyue. The alloy saber cut on the tentacles of the giant squid, like it was on rubber, and it was still elastic. It's been 10 minutes since the battle, and the big squid hasn't even had any wounds yet. Before the Doomsday, the existence of the overlord on the bottom of the sea can fight sperm whales at 2000 meters under the sea. I didn't expect that after this mutation. He was still so awesome after going ashore. Head to head is not enough, and I can only use dirty tricks running dark energy. Leng Mingyue's figure is basically invisible in the dark night. Stealthily approached the king squid, pierced his eyes with an alloy saber. Those big eyes almost caught up with the dining table. Leng Mingyue was sent flying by a tentacle. Fuck me. Chapter 205 Killing the King Squid. Bell language. Brother Leng, why don't we go up together? Leng Mingyue, don't I want to lose face? How can I deal with you, even if such a little squid can't be dealt with? Everyone was relieved to see that Leng Mingyue was not seriously injured. After thinking about it, this king squid has lived on the bottom of the sea all year round, and his eyes have adapted to the darkness. The only thing that restrains it now is a flame. Leng Mingyue's superpowers were terrifying. With a wave of his hand, flames appeared around the squid, and he threw more than a dozen fireballs in a row. Come disturb the squid. Taking the opportunity to step forward, the king squid opened its mouth and let out a breath of cold air, rushing toward its face. Leng Mingyue didn't feel cold even when lying in the snow after his power level was high. This breath of cold air made Leng Mingyue feel a bone-chilling chill. Leng Mingyue's figure paused, and the giant squid came over with its tentacles and wrapped itself around its body, lifting Leng Mingyue up. The girls were shocked and wanted to run down to rescue Leng Mingyue. At this time, Leng Mingyue's whole body was on fire. A 10-meter long flame also ignited on the 2 alloy sabers. The flame sent off the tentacles of King Squid Soup. 2 flaming knives quickly slashed at the King Squid's body, finally leaving the wound. Leng Mingyue covered the surrounding area with flames, harassed with fireballs, and slashed at a tentacle continuously. After chopping more than 100 knives quickly, a tentacle was cut off. Leng Mingyue moved left and right to avoid the tentacle tool. Gradually, the giant squid couldn't keep up with Leng Mingyue's speed. Half an hour later, another long tentacle was cut off, and now there are only 8 short tentacles left. It's only a matter of time before the king squid dies without the 2 long tentacles to stop him. Leng Mingyue fired more than a dozen fireballs in a row and stabbed the king squid's eyes with a knife. At this time, the alloy saber was still burning with flames. This blow seriously injured the king squid, and his 8 short legs dragged his body trying to run into the sea. Directly cast the soil thorn to cut off the back road. Seizing the opportunity, he inserted another alloy saber into the other eye. Leng Mingyue used the fire ability, and the 2 knives directly penetrated the body of the king squid. The huge body fell down and gradually lost its vitality. Several girls gathered around. Linger, brother Leng, you are not injured. Leng Mingyue, can I still get hurt if I kill a little squid? Huang. Can. I don't know who was kicked away several times just now. Leng Mingyue grabbed Huang Can and slapped her, but a few times Nanan turned around the king squid. Can this be eaten? Leng Mingyue, it should be edible. Before the end, it was said to be edible. Nanan, I want to eat a piece. Liu. Fang, the family conditions were not very good before. When I was a child, my daughter wanted to eat grilled squid. I thought it was too expensive, so I lied to her that it was not delicious. Leng Mingyue started life. I'll let you eat enough today. Dig out the crystal nucleus of the king squid. This is a 9th level crystal nucleus, so precious. Maybe you can use it when you break through level 9, so keep it well. 1 tentacle of the king squid was left, and the rest were collected in the divine space. Look at the tentacles that were cut out, about 10 meters long and over 1 meter in diameter. There must be enough food for several people. After 10 minutes, the fragrance overflows. The mutated squid is tender and springy, so delicious. The girl was eating several skewers in her hand, and she ate them all over her face. Leng Mingyue, eat slowly, don't rush. After an hour, the girls were all full. The meat of this 9th level mutant beast contains a lot of supernatural energy. The girls sat cross-legged and began to absorb the power they had just eaten. Leng Mingyue also began to digest the power in his body, but as soon as it impacted that layer of membrane, the ability was exhausted. Leng Mingyue was speechless, lying on the beach, watching the girls absorb their power. Gradually the east is turning white. Chapter 206. Looking for my daughter, encountering black air. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I finished absorbing. There is no small progress. Cooked a large pot of lean meat porridge, and took out some buns, some pickles. A few people had a simple meal. Leng Mingyue, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just being lazy. Mingyue, then what are you doing? Huang Can, let's play hide and seek. Leng Mingyue rolled his eyes. How old are you still playing hide and seek? Playing some adult games. The girls all scattered and ran away. Leng Mingyue shook his head helplessly. This is really playing hide and seek. Don't let me catch you. You will be punished after you catch it. Leng Mingyue's perception is very strong and his speed is very fast. He caught Mingyue first and slapped his butt twice. Huang Can, Li Linga, and Liu Fang were caught later. After feeling for a long time, I didn't find my daughter. The girls who were caught sat together and ate melon seeds. After searching for a long time, I couldn't find Nanan, so I came to ask Mingyue for help. I can't find my niece. Mingyue, you can sense it. I've searched all over the island, but there's none. Mingyue's spiritual power covers the whole island. He also became serious and shook his head. There are no nieces on the whole island. The girls all stood up. Let's find it together. The island is very small, less than 2 kilometers in diameter. Leng Mingyue's spiritual power can also cover the whole island. A total of less than 10 minutes. How can not find it? Several people circled the island twice, and Leng Mingyue released killer whales and great white sharks to search for them in the waters around the island. The hill in the middle of the island is not high, and is estimated to be less than 50 meters. Several people stood at the highest point and looked around, but there was still no sign of Nanan. Liu Fang lost her sense of control at this time, crying and shouting, Nanan, where are you? Leng Mingyue walked towards the big rock next to him. There is something strange about the stone. The moment Leng Mingyue touched the stone, his figure disappeared. The girls were shocked. Their nanas were nowhere to be found, and Leng Mingyue also suddenly disappeared. The girls saw and touched the big rock. Several girls gathered around. Huang Can said, my combat power is not bad. I will touch this stone in a while, and you all wait outside. Mingyue, let me go in. Maybe it will help brother Leng more. Huang Can, let's go. My melee and long distance combat are okay. After speaking, there was no time for everyone to speak again, and they touched the stone directly. Disappeared in an instant. Huang Can felt her body being pulled and instantly appeared in a dark cave. She closed her eyes and got used to the darkness for a while, using the ability to grow a few branches, explore the way back and forth, left and right, up and down. I came in only 1 minute later than Leng Mingyue, but there is no Leng Mingyue here anymore. Have you already explored it? This is a cave, and there are 2 paths forward and backward, so I can only find one at random, and explore slowly forward. Leng Mingyue touched the stone and was teleported in. He was surprised at first, but then he was happy. This must be a relic. Generally, there are good things in this kind of place, but we need to find Nanny first. Leng Mingyue searched with spiritual power, but couldn't find it. The cave is very long and has many turns. Find a flashlight directly. It is much more convenient to have a flashlight to find the waypoint. This cave is not flat, but has a slope. Leng Mingyue feels that most good things are hidden underground. Then go down the cave point. After walking for more than 10 minutes, I heard low crying. Leng Mingyue, is that you? The girl quickly ran to the top of the mountain. She originally wanted to hide behind the big rock, but when she touched the stone, her eyes suddenly went dark, and she ran into a cave. She was still a little girl, but she couldn't find the exit. After searching for a long time, she squatted on the ground and cried up. Hearing Leng Mingyue's voice, she became happy. Nanan, brother Leng, is that you? I'm so scared. Leng Mingyue ran for a few steps and finally saw Nanan. Nana threw herself into Leng Mingyue's arms, began to cry. Leng Mingyue comforted, don't cry, there may be danger here. The girl stopped crying. When she heard that there was danger, the cave was very quiet, only the footsteps and breathing of two people. Suddenly Leng Mingyue stopped in his tracks. He sensed someone approaching. When Leng Mingyue stopped, suddenly a few branches came over. An alloy saber appeared in his hand, flying up and down, cutting off the branches. The girl screamed ah. When she was frightened by the sudden appearance of the branches, a yellow voice suddenly came from the front. Is that you, niece? Is it in danger? Leng Mingyue, there is no other danger, except that I was almost beaten to death by you. After walking a few steps, the three finally met. Leng Mingyue, why did you appear here? What about them? Huang? Can? We all saw that you disappeared. We were worried, so we touched the stone and followed. I asked them to wait on it. Leng Mingyue hugged Huang. Can. A friend in adversity sees the truth. The women I chose in this life are all good. Leng Mingyue, you two enter the Godhead space. I will find the way out faster by myself. Both women were a little afraid of the dark, and now that they knew that Leng Mingyue was fine, they both agreed. Leng Mingyue brought the two girls into the Godhead space, holding an alloy saber in one hand and a flashlight in the other, spreading out his mental power. Speed up and run down. 12 minutes later, the cave suddenly became wider. There are many skeletons here. There are people and animals. There are also some huge ones. Just looking at the skeletons are more than 10 meters high. The further you go, the wider the cave is, and the more corpses there are. Fortunately, the second daughter was included in the Godhead space, otherwise I would have been scared to death seeing this scene. It should be a long time ago. The wind brought by Leng Mingyue's walking could blow some bones into powder. Going to the innermost part is another altar, and there is a cloud of black air in the middle of the altar. Leng Mingyue didn't dare to approach and asked Qilin if he didn't understand. Leng Mingyue summoned Qilin to come out, and Qilin looked around at the environment, then at the cloud of black air in the altar, and was shocked. Where have you come to? Chapter 207. Leng Mingyue possessed by Black Key. Leng Mingyue, I don't know where this is. There is a stone on a hill, and it appears here as soon as I touch it. Bing. Qilin, go. It's too dangerous here. Leng Mingyue, but I don't know how to get out. Get away from this black air first, and I will take you out. Neither Qilin nor Leng Mingyue noticed that the black air had a transparent cover, and there was a very small hole in the cover, from which a tiny bit of black air flew out of the small hole and floated directly towards Leng Mingyue. He murmured to himself in the black air. It has been countless years, and finally a wisp has been sent out. After getting away from the black air, Qilin used the magic spell to send Leng Mingyue out of the cave directly, appeared on the top of the mountain, and then entered the space of Godhead. Seeing Leng Mingyue coming out, Ling Yu and Liu Fang hurried forward and asked, you are not injured? Have you found your daughter? Huang Can went in to look for you. Did you see it? Both Huang Can and Nanan were released from the Godhead space. Several people went down the mountain, away from the top of the mountain, letting a few girls wait for him on the beach. Leng Mingyue entered the space of Godhood and went to ask Qilin about the situation just now. No one saw it, and that trace of black hair also entered the space of the Godhead. After entering the space, the black hair was a little nervous. I found Binkilin. Before he could speak, Binkilin said first, actually, there are many things I don't know. I'm an underage Killin. I came to this world because of a special method. There is no spiritual power here, so my strength is constantly increasing. Decline. The black energy just now was demonic energy, and a trace of demonic energy on Leng Mingyue's body trembled slightly. Leng Mingyue would definitely not feel it if it was in the outer space, but this is the Godhead space, and all Leng Mingyue's here can control it. With a wave of his hand, he caught a trace of black energy in his hand. Is this magic energy? Bing. Killin. This. How did this devilish energy come out? It's too dangerous. The devilish energy still wanted to struggle, but it couldn't escape from Leng Mingyue's palm. Leng Mingyue could feel the evilness of this devilish energy. When I came to the pond, I imprisoned this trace of black energy on a lotus flower, and then imprisoned the space around the lotus, so as not to be accidentally touched by others or animals. Binkilin, this is not a good thing. There is only so much you can say. No more is allowed. You go. Leng Mingyue, you obviously didn't say anything, so please talk about it. Bing. Killin, I can't say too much. You will know it when you get higher in the future. Bing. Killin went back to his own nice cave directly, but he didn't expect such a powerful Binkilin to be underage. When I got out of the Godhead space, I saw a few girls preparing a meal. I checked the time, and it was already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been such a long time. Can. Where is that cave? Leng Mingyue, now this world is already known to us, and now there are many dangers. What we can do is to try our best to improve our strength and survive under the wheel of fate. After a simple meal, the few of them lay on the beach enjoying the hard One Piece. Leng Mingyue suddenly turned over and pressed on Leng Mingyue, and the women mocked Leng Mingyue for being an old pervert, but Leng Mingyue continued his actions. Especially Huang Kankan and Nanan were frightened just now, and now they want to use this method to release the pressure. All the girls knew that Leng Mingyue was going to hone himself and break through the 9th level. The girls were very active, and Leng Mingyue had a blast this time. All the moves that were embarrassing in the past were used this time. Leng Mingyue also took out some clothes. Leng Mingyue is wearing a secretary's attire, with a black silk skirt covering the hips. Huang Kankan is a student wearing white silk leather boots. Both Liu Fang and Nanan put on maid outfits. The clothes were all torn in the end, especially the black silk of Leng Mingyue. There is not a single bit left. After several hours of fighting, this time was the most satisfying for Leng Mingyue. Leng Mingyue took out fresh water and cleaned several people, ready to go back to base. Leng Mingyue is going to leave tomorrow. The girls were so tired that they didn't want to move, so there was no way to bring them into the Godhead space, and they returned to the temporary base on a giant eagle. Put a few people on the bed out of the room. I saw Qin Feng smoking outside. Leng Mingyue, I killed a 9th level king squid. The energy contained in this meat is very large. I will save some for everyone to eat. You should also eat more. It should be able to rise to the 9th level soon. Qin Feng, boss, where are you going? Leng Mingyue shook his head. I don't know either. It's useless for me to absorb the crystal nucleus now. I've already reached the peak of level 8, but there is no sign of a breakthrough. I put down part of the king squid, found a dry room, and put some rice and flour. There are also some living supplies. Leng Mingyue, the base will be handed over to you. If there is a situation, use the satellite phone to contact. After smoking a cigarette, Leng Mingyue went back to the room and looked at the people sleeping soundly on the bed. Had turned into black smoke and drifted out of the base. Chapter 208. After leaving the base, without a target, I walked around the magic city a few times and walked west. This time out, there is no task, no goal. After the devil was very far away, he summoned the king of horses and trotted away in no hurry. When you see a group of zombies, you will bypass them. Now you don't want to kill them at all, and you are a little tired of killing zombies. I set off at night and walked west all the way slowly. After walking for a day, there was a very large lake in front of me. I took out the map and carefully identified that it should be Tehu Lake. Haven't eaten all day. Let's take a break and have something to eat here. Get off your horse. I started a fire by the lake, and I haven't cooked for a long time. Today, I made a braised pork rib and stewed it in a big pot. Just about to eat. A person walked out from the grass by the water. Fuck me. Is it a zombie or a ghost? Why did it run out without making a sound? The man said, can I have something to eat? It seems to be human. Listening to the crisp female voice, it should be young. Leng Mingyue took out a bowl, filled it with a bowl of rice, put a few ribs on it, and poured a spoonful of soup. Pass it to the man with the muddy face. Leng Mingyue was afraid that the dirt on his face would fall into the bowl. That person seemed to have starved to death in his previous life, and he was in a turmoil. After eating, put a few bones in and out of the mouth repeatedly. Leng Mingyue, you've been hungry for too long. You can't eat too much. You'll die if you let go. The man nodded, but did not speak timidly. Leng Mingyue, go and wash. It's so uncomfortable to be covered in mud. Leng Mingyue started to eat, chewing slowly, not in a hurry. The man hesitated for a long time and went to wash in the water. Went for a long time. After Leng Mingyue finished eating, he left another bowl of rice for the woman. Instead of pork ribs, he poured broth instead. It's all packed, but the woman hasn't come back yet. Calculate the time to go more than an hour. Good guy. It is said that women are slow to take a bath. It is not possible to eat in this apocalypse, and it can be so slow. Take out a recliner, take out a mobile phone, and start playing standalone games. After another half an hour, the woman walking by the water looked beautiful under the reflection of the fire. Leng Mingyue dropped the mobile phone on the ground, sat up and stared at it intently. What is Shen Yu Loyan, which is called closed moon shame flower, bright eyes and white teeth, flowers like jade, face like peach blossoms, charming and charming. She is astonishing as heaven and man. All words are not suitable for this woman. Because it is a reclining chair. When I sit up, it will be pressed back again. Leng Mingyue's mental strength was strong, and after lying down, his head suddenly became clear. No, even if the most beautiful women are beauties like Huang Kankan and Ling Yu, it's impossible for her to lose her mind like this. Leng Mingyue became alert and looked at the woman again. She was really beautiful, but she was similar to Huang Kankan and Ling Yu. The feeling of astonishment just now is gone. He handed the woman a bowl of rice reserved for the woman, and the woman did not refuse, so eating it this time will not be so turbulent. Leng Mingyue looked a little pleasing to the eye. After a short time, the woman finished a bowl of rice. Leng Mingyue, you're full, you go. I'm going to rest. The woman, you let me go after seeing my appearance? Leng Mingyue, is there any story to tell? You have a story and I have wine. Take out a few bottles of beer, a plate of peanuts, and a plate of broad beans. Hand the woman a bottle of wine. The woman said, my name is Luou. After the apocalypse, I'm very lucky. My parents and I are all supernatural beings. We live in the same base. My parents' supernatural abilities have improved rapidly, but mine something unusual. Leng Mingyue, there is something unusual. Luou. My ability is that the longer I grow, the more beautiful I am. Leng Mingyue, what kind of power is this? Is this also considered a power? Luou. It was okay a few years ago, with my parents protecting me, but a year ago, the base sent out a mission, and designated my parents to go, but my parents never came back. My parents may have been killed by the base's high-level executives. Without the protection of my parents, people in the base began to threaten me to accompany the base chief, otherwise I would not be able to survive. Leng Mingyue, since ancient times, beauty has always been unlucky. Luou. I couldn't stand their harassment at the base, so I ran out of the base while they weren't paying attention. My ability is to block the induction of humans or zombies, and I'm good looking. Although I'm a 5th level ability user, I'm only stronger and faster than ordinary people. Leng Mingyue, it turns out that it can block the induction. I said, I didn't notice you at first. You were covered in mud at the beginning, because you were afraid of being discovered by others. Luou. You nodded. After escaping from the base, many people have thoughts about me. I have no choice but to hide my face. Leng Mingyue, now you see me with your real face. What is your plan? Luou. My attack power is too low. I can't find anything to eat, and you give me a different feeling. Your previous base leader was even cleaner and good looking. You can eat so much meat by yourself. Certainly unusual. Leng Mingyue, are you going to make a promise with your body? Luo. You. I'm tired. If I continue to flee like this alone, I may starve to death. I still want to avenge my parents. Leng Mingyue, I have more than one woman. Luo. You. There must be more than one strong person. There were more than 20 women in the base chief before. Leng Mingyue, I can help you take revenge. Luo. You just went to take a shower and stood up now. The clothes with many holes slipped off her body. Leng Mingyue put away his mental guard, and that beautiful feeling came again. Luo walked over slowly. His body was a little thin, but where it should be big, it should be big, and where it should be warped. The recliner creaked and was under pressure. It shouldn't have. 20 minutes later, Luo reached his limit. Leng Mingyue gave him a bowl of spiritual spring water to restore his strength. Luo was a little embarrassed, looked at Leng Mingyue, and remembered the plot of the short movie he had peeked at earlier, cleaning the bloodstains with water. This unfamiliar technique made Leng Mingyue both painful and happy. Luo, no, my mouth is sore. You've done really well. He took out an apple for Luo to eat. He probably hadn't seen fruit for many years, pretending to take out a tent from the horse and quickly set up the tent. Leng Mingyue lay down in the tent with Luo in his arms. Luo was too tired. He hadn't slept well for a long time. This time he was full again, even ate an apple, and fell asleep within 5 minutes. Poor Leng Mingyue watched Luo go to sleep and went out of the tent. I have to solve it myself. Let Marwan come over and protect Luo. He flashed into the space of Godhead. Several geisha are already asleep. Leng Mingyue kicked the door open. Forgot their doors are sliding. It was not good at all to be cautious just now. The geisha were looking forward to Leng Mingyue's coming, and they would give them some delicious food every time they came. But they were afraid that Leng Mingyue would come too strong, and none of the 5 of them could match Leng Mingyue alone. Without the right to choose, another storm broke out. The skills of a few people are much better, and they will no longer be scratched by their teeth. The small tatami mats are not enough for display. When the big battle came to the courtyard, Leng Mingyue could not leave the courtyard for the activities space given to the girls. There are basic living facilities in this yard. Toilets, wells, and a lot of supplies are piled up in the side room. These places are in addition to the toilet, on the dining table, next to the well, and under the tree. I heard that this is how the surnames of their countries come from. The war ended. The wind stopped, and the rain stopped. Leng Mingyue was finally satisfied. The girls are usually too boring, so Leng Mingyue opened up 5 acres of land from the side for them to plant, and they can also plant some flowers, just to find something for them to do. Ask them what they want, and leave enough supplies for them. Out of the divine space. After checking that there was nothing abnormal, Leng Mingyue got into the tent again. Sleep. I didn't go very far day by day, and I took in another woman on the first day I came out, and I don't know how to explain it to the women when I go back. Because I slept too late, I didn't get up until noon the next day. At this time, Luo had finished washing, but he was still wearing the tattered clothes from before. Although they had been washed, they were too tattered. Leng Mingyue took out a long skirt and gave it to Luo. This style was a bit like Hanfu. Wearing this outfit, Luo looked like a fairy who had traveled through time and ancient times. No, this is too pretty and causes too much trouble. After searching for a long time in the Godhead space, I found a veil. Luo put on the veil, and my sky became more attractive, vaguely beautiful, and I couldn't resist it. After searching for a long time in the Godhead space, I found a static mask that can completely cover the face, and only with this mask can I block the temptation. He also took out a camouflage uniform and said to Luo, I usually wear camouflage uniforms with a mask, and I can only wear long skirts when I'm alone. Luo didn't say anything else and quickly changed his clothes. Leng Mingyue, go, I will avenge you. Chapter 209 Wind and Cloud Base. Leng Mingyue got on the horse and stretched out his hand to pull Luo onto the horse. Luo took a picture in front of him, bypassed Tehu Lake, and walked westward for more than 100 kilometers. There was a base in a small town. It was said that the base was actually only a survivor, and there were only more than 500 people in total. A base of this scale is estimated to be unknown to the Kyoto base. Luou is wearing camouflage and a mask. No one can recognize him. Leng Mingyue, what's the name of the base, and how far is it? Luou. The base is called Feng'an Base, and the boss's name is Li Feng'an. It's about 100 kilometers away. Ma Wang was very fast and found the base in half an hour. Leng Mingyue brought Luou to the gate of the base. The bases are basically the same, and the harvest here is less. You can stay for a month with 3 catties of grain. Leng Mingyue handed over 6 catties of grain and received 2 brands. Time, with this brand, you can stay at the base for a month. Entering the base. This is a residential area surrounded by high walls. Such a base is very easy to be destroyed by zombie waves. It seems that this base is very lucky. Luou, I've been living in this base since the end of the day. Leng Mingyue curled his lips. Is this also called a base? There is nothing. Someone has bullied you. Take me to have a look. There are high-rise buildings behind the community and a row of 3-story townhouses in front. When the two arrived at the door, there were 2 guards. Just as the 2 guards were about to speak, Leng Mingyue stepped up with both feet. Without using too much force, the 2 guards hit the wall behind and passed out. Diameter walked in. In the largest villa in the middle, there were more than a dozen people eating. And there was still wine on the table. After the end of the day, the general wine has been drunk. Leng Mingyue walked in directly with Luou. A younger brother stood up directly. What are you doing? Who let you in? Leng Mingyue, take off the mask. Luou. You obediently took off the mask. Li Feng'an, you are Luou. I have been looking for you for almost a year. Leng Mingyue, what do you want her for? The younger brother next to him. Boss speaks. Do you have a part to speak? With a wave of Leng Mingyue's hand, the younger brother directly hit the wall. The kind of button that couldn't be undone. Li Feng'an stood up. It's inappropriate to kill a friend when he comes in. Leng Mingyue, did Luou's parents be assassinated by someone you sent? Seeing Leng Mingyue coming up, Li Feng'an asked this and secretly waved his hand. Those who eat together do it together. Powers fly around. Swords dance together in less than 5 minutes. Only Leng Mingyue and Luou were standing in the villa. Li Feng'an was terrified. The more than 10 people on his side didn't even touch Leng Mingyue's clothes. Even if all the supernatural beings in the base attack together, they may not necessarily be Leng Mingyue's opponent. Leng Mingyue, speak for yourself. You must feel uncomfortable if I want to do it. Li Feng'an stammered. We don't know about her parents. They were taken away by a group of people. Oh, it looks like there's an inside story. These people wanted to catch Luou, but they were afraid that Luou's temper would be too strong to resist and commit suicide. So they took her parents away to grind her temper before taking her away. Leng Mingyue, with so much effort, how is Luou different? Li Feng'an, I don't know the specifics. I occasionally hear them say that they are born to be charming. What is the innate furnace? Leng Mingyue scratched his head. It sounded very difficult. Do you know where they are? Li Feng'an, I don't know. I have only met them 3 times, and I only know that they are very powerful. Leng Mingyue, then you are useless. With a wave of Leng Mingyue's hand, several people on the ground were ignited with flames. A few screams did not stir up waves and a noisy base. The base didn't have much useful information, so he didn't stay at the base and took Luou out of the base. The group is too poor to be worth selling. Gather their supplies. Luou, brother Leng, where are we going? Find a quiet place to eat and eat you. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 210. Luou advances. The two left the Feng'an base without a clear goal. Ma Wan walked slowly westward. After walking about 100 kilometers, we arrived at the Yangtze River, China's #1 river. Leng Mingyue, just here. Luou, you blushed. It's broad daylight now. Can you wait until night? Yes. Leng Mingyue, I'm talking about cooking here. It's almost afternoon. We haven't had lunch yet. What do you think? Luo. You punched Leng Mingyue once. Leng Mingyue, what do you want for lunch? Luo. I want to eat meat. People who are frightened by hunger want to eat meat most to fight hunger. Leng Mingyue took out some king squid meat and lit a fire on the barbecue grill. Luo. What kind of meat is this? I don't think I've seen it before. It's basically the same as the sizzling squid you eat. Leng Mingyue took out a watermelon and cut it on the table. Luo's beautiful eyes widened and he felt that Leng Mingyue was like magic and he could casually take out the delicacies that he hadn't eaten for many years. Smart. She didn't ask much, picked up a tooth of watermelon, took a bite, and closed her eyes to enjoy it. At this time, there was no mask on and watermelon juice slipped from the corner of his mouth. Leng Mingyue stared blankly. Naturally charming. She would rather beauties than country. So beautiful. Luo also realized his gaffe and quickly wiped the watermelon juice off the corner of his mouth with his hands. Leng Mingyue, you can't blame me. You seduced me. Leng Mingyue turned his head on his horse. Ma Wan was grazing leisurely in the distance. The camouflage uniform was torn. Luo, don't tear it up. I haven't worn new clothes for several years. This one was torn after wearing it for a day. Leng Mingyue has already got his brains out of his sperm, so he doesn't care about clothes. By the Yangtze River, under the tree, when Luo was tired, Leng Mingyue took out a bowl of spiritual spring water to restore his strength. Luo is definitely talented in this area. With the support of Lingquan water, he actually fought with himself for 2 hours. Luo is still very unfamiliar, but when he becomes proficient in the future, he will definitely be able to draw with himself. Finally, with the help of Hand Cow, the anger was calmed down. Both stomachs were growling. Looking at the meat on the barbecue grill, it has turned into black charcoal. Leng Mingyue cleaned the barbecue grill, reignited the fire, and put the meat of the king squid. Leng Mingyue, eat a piece of watermelon to replenish water. Although Luo drank the water from the spiritual spring, he was still very thirsty at the moment. I ate a few pieces of watermelon to quench my thirst. The meat will be cooked in a short time. Try. How about the meat? Handed Luo a large piece of meat, which weighed half a catty. Luo started to eat in big gulps. While eating, he praised, "It's so fragrant, even more fragrant than yesterday's pork ribs." Half a catty of meat was eaten in less than 10 minutes. As soon as he finished eating, Luo frowned. Sit cross-legged quickly. Leng Mingyue could feel the energy churning in Luo's body. It was because the energy of squid meat at level 9 was too strong, and he drank a lot of spiritual spring water just now. This is to qualify. In about half an hour, he successfully broke through to the 6th level ability. Luo was very happy. Regardless of his clothes, he threw himself into Leng Mingyue's arms and gave him a sweet kiss. No, I dare not look at it. I cannot stand it. It felt like taking out a casual outfit and putting it on for her. The temptation was too great to bear. I saw Luo waved his hand, and the natural obsequiousness disappeared from his body. Although the facial features are exquisite and very good looking, they are not comparable to Mingyue or Huan Kankan. Luo, I've gained new abilities after advancing. With another wave of his hand, a faint pink mist greeted Leng Mingyue grandly. Leng Mingyue felt that the scene changed, as if he appeared in a bedroom. There are also several beauties in the bedroom, dancing gracefully. Leng Mingyue used his mental power to break through this illusion in an instant. Leng Mingyue, your new ability is to interfere with other spirits so that they don't enter an illusion. Luo, you nodded. This can be regarded as a little attack power, but I don't know if it can interfere with zombies. This illusion making attack is also considered a kind of mental power attack, which is different from Mingyue's, which directly controls others and is very strong. Luo can only interfere with others and create illusions, which is much weaker. I don't know if there will be other abilities. If the level is higher. He handed Luo another piece of squid meat. I just got promoted, and my body is empty, so you can eat more. Chapter 211 Finding High Level Zombies. Luo took the meat and said while eating, "It's fine to eat meat, don't mess around, it's all swollen." Leng Mingyue, the man you rode on just now is mighty and majestic. You blamed me. Luo, You picked up a branch and threw it over, angrily turned around to eat squid meat. This meat was so delicious, and the energy was higher than the crystal nucleus energy he had absorbed before. After eating, the two snuggled together, admiring the flow of the Yangtze River ahead. The great river goes east, the waves wash away, and there are romantic figures through the ages after strenuous exercise. Both of them were lazy and didn't want to move. Leng Mingyue set up a tent by the Yangtze River and planned to spend the night here. Luoyu can control his own abilities, and the feeling of being astonished is gone, so he doesn't need to wear a mask in the future. The two crossed the Yangtze River and continued westward. In order for Luoyu to experience the feeling of going for a ride, Marwan was asked to run at the fastest speed. It caused Luoyu to scream. It's more exciting than a roller coaster. He rushed to a big city at a fast speed. Leng Mingyue unfolded the map, studied it, and unexpectedly arrived in Wuhan. In this big city with a population of tens of millions, there must be higher level zombies, even zombie kings. The purpose of my trip is to find high level zombies. It seems that I want to go to the city to have a look. Luoyu, there must be higher level zombies in this city. Let's avoid them. Leng Mingyue smiled slightly and continued to walk in. The purpose of my trip is to find high-level zombies. Looking at the collapsed buildings, some roads are blocked. A mutated plant on the side of the road stretched out, wanting to sneak attack. Leng Mingyue, can you try your ability to interfere with these mutated plants? The light pink mist on Luoyu's body surrounded the mutated plant, and then the plant bumped its body against the wall. It seems useful. There were two low-level zombies on the side of the road, surrounded by Luoyu's pink mist. The two zombies actually fought and finally bit each other's neck together, and they died together. Luoyu was very happy to kiss Leng Mingyue. After so many years, in the end, I can finally kill zombies by myself. Leng Mingyue, your level is still relatively low. Try to absorb the crystal nucleus, improve your level, and develop your abilities well. Leaving Luoyu alone, Leng Mingyue accelerated and turned around the city. There must be higher level zombies in such a big city. I don't know if it can reach level 9, and there must be more than one zombie at level 8. After walking around the city for 2 hours, I saw several groups of zombies, but the highest level of zombies was only level 7. Something is wrong. Of course, 2 hours didn't go far. Marwan couldn't run fast in the ruins that collapsed everywhere, and there were mutated plants and zombies from time to time. Something is wrong. This big city with a population of tens of millions was taken out by the zombie king to form a wave of zombies. No high level zombies were found, so I found a relatively clean park. Leng Mingyue, let's cook first. I don't know where all the zombies have gone. We used to avoid high-level zombies, but you are looking for zombies all over the city. Leng Mingyue, who made your husband amazing? I often eat barbecue. Some are tired of eating. Let's have hot pot today. People are more angry than people. It turns out that when I was at the base, I could have cornbread to eat, and I could wake up with a smile when I was sleeping. Leng Mingyue took out a table, a pot filled with charcoal, a bag of ingredients, and a lot of vegetables. Of course, meat cannot be collected, such as mutton, pork, donkey meat, squid meat, and some leftover crab meat. Luoyu was stunned. This is more complete than the most luxurious hot pot before the Doomsday. Take out 2 bowls and chopsticks, as well as dipping sauce. As expected, Luoyu was full and felt that this meal was worth dying for. Luoyu lay on the recliner and said, I can't move. I'll vomit if I move. I need to rest and clean up. You stretched out on the recliner. Leng Mingyue's saliva was drooling. I'll clean up later. Let's get down to business first. Chapter 212. This woman should have been in the sky. Why did she fall to the mortal world? No, I eat too much and can't exercise, or I will throw up. Leng Mingyue, our table hasn't been cleared yet. We can eat again later. After Luoyu agreed to many special requests, Leng Mingyue also huddled on the recliner in the quiet afternoon. The two cuddled together, basking in the sun. Luoyu, it's good to have you. I haven't basked in the sun so comfortably for many years. Most of them were spent hungry. Leng Mingyue closed his eyes and enjoyed the early spring sunshine. At the same time, I was also thinking in my heart, I should not miss high level zombies. After walking for 2 hours, Leng Mingyue stood up and asked Ma Wang to protect Luo. Summon the giant eagle. Leng Mingyue, I'll go to the sky to see where the zombies have gone, and I'll be back soon. There is a horse king to protect you. If you meet a high level zombie, the horse king can take you away. Jumping on the back of the giant eagle spread its wings and flew into the sky. Luo looked at it stupidly, like a god. The figure of Wei Yan was deeply imprinted in his heart. Turning around in the sky. This is a bit wrong. There are a few waves of zombies, but the scale is not large. It seems that the high level zombies have been cleaned up. After flying for 10 minutes and roughly turning around, the giant eagle flew back. Luo, is this your pet too? Leng Mingyue nodded and said, how about it? Do you want to fly up and take a look around? Luo, you shook his head. Forget it. I'm afraid of heights. Looking at this big bird reminds me of Yang Jiuo, who also raised such a big bird. Have you found a high level zombie? Leng Mingyue, no, something is wrong with this city. It feels like all the high level zombies have been cleaned up. It's late today. Rest for the night and go through the city tomorrow. If there are no more, change the city. You still holding on? Luo, you shook his head. It's much better now. Leng Mingyue, then let's work. Luo, you turned and walked towards the table, wanting to clear the table. Stopped by Leng Mingyue, not for that job. Luo blushed. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not good in broad daylight. As long as I have time now, I have to go to bed early at night, and I'm leaving tomorrow to cross the city. Unable to resist Leng Mingyue, Luo let go of the controlling ability. The feeling of seductive sentient beings came again. This woman was supposed to exist in the sky. Why did she fall to the mortal world? Exhausting all the words of praise in the world. Can't express her beauty. This time Luo also used the illusion ability. Leng Mingyue felt that the two of them had come to a place where birds were singing and flowers were fragrant, with a swimming pool and a big bed. When the clothes slip off, the world loses its color. Leng Mingyue couldn't bear it anymore. I felt my heart beating faster and my blood rushing up. It is also romantic to die under a peony flower and be a ghost. Every time is unforgettable. Both entered a fantasy realm. It's like double cultivation. 2 hours later, Leng Mingyue felt that his 9th level bottleneck was a little loose. Didn't expect such a good thing to happen. Luo has reached the middle stage of the 6th level. This is amazing speed. He only broke through to the 6th level yesterday, but today he even broke through half a level. I exercised too much for 2 hours, and I almost digested everything I ate just now. After washing up, Leng Mingyue rekindled the fire. The table was confiscated, and we continue to eat. Luo Gang's ability has been improved, and the ability in his body is empty. Eat more meat from the king squid to replenish it. Leng Mingyue, I haven't been able to break through level 9. I came out to find high level zombies. Through fighting, I hope I can break through. I didn't expect to do this to loosen my bottleneck. It seems that I need to exercise more in the future. Luo, I listened to Brother Leng. I didn't expect that I would be promoted by half a level in one go. I want to eat more meat. I hope the realm will be improved as soon as possible. Although neither of them was very hungry, they still ate a lot of squid. Lie down to digest after eating. After an hour's rest, the battle resumed. Both want to improve as soon as possible. But this battle did not enter that kind of mysterious realm. Another 2 hours later. The ability level has not changed at all. Leng Mingyue smiled dryly. At first I thought I had found a shortcut. I didn't expect this to be more likely. I guess I can't deliberately look for that feeling. You have to be natural to enter. Luo, I'll listen to Brother Leng. Leng Mingyue, do you want to do it again? No, I'm too tired. Go to sleep. Chapter 213 Earth Element Ability to Kill Zombies. After tossing twice, Luo collapsed on the recliner and couldn't move. Leng Mingyue carried her into the tent. Luo had already fallen asleep, apparently exhausted. I got out of the tent, lit a cigarette, took a deep breath, and looked at my watch. It was past 8 o'clock in the evening. After the end, there was no noise, and this small park was very quiet point. In order to get a good night's sleep, Ma Wang had to be on duty at night. Leng Mingyue also got into the tent, put his arms around Luoyu, and went to rest early point at 7 o'clock in the morning. After eating a little, Ma Wang set off with the two of them on his back, passing through the city center directly point a group of zombies that looked like thousands of them rushed out and surrounded the two of them point Luoyu. Brother Leng, run. There are so many zombies. Leng Mingyue chuckled, pretending in front of the woman he likes is very cool point with a wave of both hands. To seas of flames covered dozens of meters around his body. After burning thousands of zombies to death, the group of zombies ran away. Luoyu's jaw dropped from shock. Can he still kill zombies like this? Leng Mingyue wanted to leave, but Luoyu jumped off the horse. Start collecting crystal nuclei point. While picking it up, he said with a smile, Brother Leng, my parents used to give me the crystal cores to improve my level. I have never seen so many crystal cores. Leng Mingyue, just pick up some high level ones, not all of them. Seeing that Luoyu picked up all the first level ones, he had no choice but to say, there are still a lot of zombies ahead. You only need to pick up the 4th level and above ones, and the 1st level crystal nuclei are almost useless to you, so don't waste time. Luoyu suddenly realized that he had wasted Leng Mingyue's time. Speeding up, after 10 minutes, the two continued to set off point. Luoyu also looked back at the crystal nucleus on the ground. What a pity. Leng Mingyue patted Luoyu's buttocks. Follow me. Can you still lose the crystal nucleus? Luoyu suddenly cried. Leng Mingyue panicked. What's wrong? Did it hurt you? Luoyu, why did you let me meet you so late? It would be great if I could meet you sooner. Maybe my parents will still be alive. Leng Mingyue thinks about it too, like sisters Huang Kankan or Mingyue Lingayan, who followed her early on, almost without worrying about eating and drinking, but the end is full of dangers. When she lost her memory, Lingayan lost a leg point. Both of them were about to walk out of the city. If there was a person in front of them who looked neither like a human nor like an animal, it could be accurately described as a half-orc. Thick limbs, body hair is very long point at a great distance. Blink was blocked by buildings. Leng Mingyue told Ma Wang to speed up and ran to the intersection and saw that the half-orc disappeared point. Thinking of the news that the Kyoto base gave me, there is an experimental base here which combines mutated animals and humans similar to the research of Dr. Crazy. Dr. Crazy combines zombies and people point. The first time I saw this half-orc, I ran away before I saw it clearly. I turned around a few times and couldn't find it point. He took out the satellite phone and called the deputy base chief point. After answering the phone, do you have any news from Dr. Animal? I seem to have seen one of their experimental subjects just now, but I lost it. Deputy base chief, the news is not very good because they need survivors for their experiments. The latest news is that they attacked several small bases and kidnapped a large number of survivors. Leng Mingyue, don't you care? There is news from Dr. Animals that Dr. Crazy and Dr. Animals are going to join forces to mutate animals, zombies, and humans to create super soldiers. Leng Mingyue, these crazy people. Deputy base chief, if you see them, you can kill them. They are already in the country. Hanging up the phone, Leng Mingyue decided to change his attire, not to let these two doctors find himself so quickly. Ma Wang has also been exposed. He used to wear casual clothes, comfortable clothes. This time, he took out 2 sets of camouflage outfits, one for himself and one for Luoyu. Anyone can wear the camouflage outfit. Those who don't know it think they are from the military. They take out 2 masks and put them on. Many horses have been cultivated in the Godhead space, and a snow white horse that has already reached the 5th level was found to replace it. This will at least confuse the enemy. After changing their clothes, the two rode out of the city. Keep going west. According to speculation, the further west you go, the more orcs you will encounter. Leng Mingyue was so disappointed that he couldn't find a single level 8 zombie in a big city with a population of tens of millions. In the afternoon there is a harvest in the next city. All the way west to Jingzhou, where Liu Bei borrowed but never returned. This is a city of 5 million people. Normally, such a city should also have an 8th level zombie point unexpectedly. As soon as I entered the city, I saw a large-scale wave of corpses. There are at least 100,000 zombies. Luoyu's face turned pale. Brother Leng, there are too many of these endless zombies. Let's bypass them. Leng Mingyue jumped off the horse. Feed the white horse a bowl of spiritual spring water and tell the white horse to run if it is in danger. Leng Mingyue, don't worry, I'm sure I'm fine, but I won't be able to protect you if I rush into the crowd of zombies. If any zombies come over, you just run away on horseback, you know. Leng Mingyue drew out 2 alloy sabers, just about to cast the fire ability. But after thinking about it, there are probably 2 Dr. Madmen around here. After the fire element reached the peak of the 8th level, Leng Mingyue has been honing the abilities of the earth element and the dark element, both of which have reached the early stage of the 8th level point. After reaching the 8th level of the soil ability, a new attack method appeared. The gravity of 20 meters around the body can be controlled, and now it can control up to 100 times the gravity. Leng Mingyue rushed into Sankwon. 2 alloy sabers flew up and down, pointed at the crowded place, and a soil spike flew out. When a large number of zombies rushed forward, the gravity of the earth system was activated, and the gravity of a circle with a radius of 20 meters suddenly increased by 100 times, and a large number of zombies were directly crushed. Can no longer stand up. Leng Mingyue has been using the fire ability before, but suddenly he is not allowed to use the fire ability, which is a bit awkward. After being proficient in the use of earth type abilities, killing zombies is no slower than fire type abilities. Luoyu watched from behind, wondering what kind of man I've found, who can take out precious food with a wave of his hand. The fire ability is so powerful. And now the earth ability is so invincible. And that Han also had extraordinary physical strength and silently clamped his legs. Chapter 214 Luoyu and -039's distress. Luoyu clamped his legs tightly. The white horse walked forward slowly without knowing what was going on. Luoyu's eyes were all on Leng Mingyue, and he didn't notice that the white horse was walking forward and gradually approaching Sankwon. Leng Mingyue's 2 alloy sabers swung up and all the zombies approaching were cut in half. From time to time, a soil thorn was sent out to directly explode more than a dozen zombies in the distance. On a high rise that has not yet collapsed, there is a human body, but a wolf's head. Watching the battlefield with binoculars, he took out his cell phone and dialed. Said, 2 people appeared in Jingzhou City, a man and a woman, riding a white horse. The man has an earth-type supernatural power, and his combat effectiveness is very strong. It is estimated that he has the strength of the late 8th level. Said. To the other side, such a powerful person is very suitable for the needs of the current experiment. You should observe this person more, and I will send number 10 there. Hang up the phone. The werewolf continues to monitor. There were too many zombies in this group, and the commanding zombie was in the middle of the group of zombies. Leng Mingyue had already rushed to the depths of the group of zombies, using the gravity field from time to time to crush a large area of zombies to death. The werewolf said to himself, it can't be a 9th level supernatural being. The speed of killing zombies is too fast. I don't know if number 10 can beat it. Leng Mingyue could already see the commanding zombie from a distance. It should be a late level 8 zombie. It's too far away, and I don't know what the supernatural power is at this time. The mobile phone of the werewolf who was watching rang, and after connecting it, he said to the other side, are you sure it's the earth type ability, and not the fire type ability? The werewolf said, it's confirmed to be an earth type ability, but it's so powerful, I doubt it's a 9th level human. He said to the other side, that's okay. There is no known human being of level 9. If it's not the fire ability, it should not be the person we are paying attention to. After killing for half an hour, Leng Mingyue was less than 100 meters away from the commanding zombie. It was obvious that the commanding zombie was a little panicked, looking left and right, maybe looking for an escape route. The zombies at the end of the 8th level turned out to be fire type zombies. They roared to the sky, and the zombies on both sides rushed in densely. The 8th level zombies smashed fireballs with a diameter of more than 10 meters. Leng Mingyue dodged from left to right to avoid the abilities of the zombies. There was no need to dodge some low level ones who couldn't break the defense. Now Leng Mingyue's clothes were already in tatters. Leng Mingyue emptied the surrounding zombies with a gravity field, took out a bowl of spiritual spring water, and took a breath. Prepare to cut down the commanding zombies in one go. At this time, a speed zombie in the middle of the 7th level passed Leng Mingyue. After killing a defensive zombie, Leng Mingyue turned his head and saw a speed zombie jumping high and pounced on Luou. In fact, Luou is now in the middle of the 6th level. Although he can't beat the zombies of this high level, he can still play around a bit, but now Luou is focusing on Leng Mingyue. When Leng Mingyue looked back, the zombie had already jumped up and fell. In maybe a tenth of a second, the zombie fell down, and its sharp claws could directly cut Luou's throat. If the distance is too far, it will definitely be too late to go back and save them. What to do? The zombies around seem to have stopped at this time. Only Leng Mingyue's thinking is active in the whole world, thinking of a solution. Luou must be saved. Although the two of them have not known each other for a long time, they feel astonished. If you miss it, you probably won't have it again in this life. In Leng Mingyue's eyes, the zombie was getting closer to Luou little by little. Leng Mingyue roared. Chapter 215 Leng Mingyue comprehends space ability. At this time, the claws of the 7-speed zombie were less than 10 centimeters away from Luou. Leng Mingyue roared, stretched his legs, and stepped into the space, and instantly appeared between Luou and the 7th level zombie. The zombie grabbed Leng Mingyue's chest with one claw. Leng Mingyue kicked the zombie away. Only then did Luou react. Seeing bloodstains on Leng Mingyue's chest, he reached out and hugged Leng Mingyue. He turned his horse's head and ran out of the city. The watching werewolf lit a cigarette and drank it from the gap between the two wolf teeth. Looking at the telescope, I happened to see that Leng Mingyue was attacked by a level 7 zombie and saw blood. Then run out of town. A beautiful misunderstanding has arisen. The werewolf took out his mobile phone and called, saying he was injured and ran out of town. The opposite side said, so weak, he was injured and ran away before reaching the commanding zombie. You can follow up and you can catch it and study it. After leaving the city, Luou dismounted and looked at Leng Mingyue's chest. A little bit of skin was broken, and it was almost healed. After running for a while, Leng Mingyue has been thinking about how he traveled through space just now. They found a small forest and dismounted. Leng Mingyue took out some ingredients and said, you prepare the meal first, and I will study something. Luou, you didn't speak, and started cooking silently. Leng Mingyue looked about 10 meters ahead quietly. Suddenly the 3-dimensional space of life has increased its dimension and entered a 4-dimensional state. I can move the spatial dimension with my fingers, and the space in front of me is a piece of paper. I can enter every piece of paper at will. There is no distance in my own world. As long as you take a step, you can enter every space node. Leng Mingyue took a step forward, disappeared in place, and appeared 10 meters ahead. Overjoyed. I'm so happy. Xiao Bei also has the ability, Space Slash. What a great skill, but I haven't comprehended Space Slash yet. I believe that after the space level is raised, one will definitely comprehend the Space Slash. Now it's time to test how far it can flash. As far as the eye can see, it is about 500 meters ahead, and the space nodes can't be seen any further. Stepping forward, he suddenly appeared 500 meters ahead. Luou, who was cooking with his head down, looked up and suddenly found that Leng Mingyue was gone. Putting down the ingredients and looking around, Leng Mingyue suddenly appeared in front of him again, which made him startled. Luou, where did you go just now? I didn't see you. I just researched a new ability. It made you disobedient. How dangerous it was just now. Why did you get so close? Leng Mingyue was a little bit hard just now, a little embarrassed, and didn't speak. The two of them prepared the meal. Luou pouted. While eating, Leng Mingyue said, does it still hurt? Luou, you shook his head and said, thank you brother Leng for saving me. Leng Mingyue, fortunately, I suddenly realized the space ability, otherwise I would not be able to save you. In this doomsday, only when I become stronger can I best protect myself. Luou, I know, I will work hard to improve as soon as possible so that I have the ability to protect myself. Leng Mingyue, your abilities are very special, similar to psychic abilities, but not exactly the same. New abilities should appear as you level up. The two of them ate their meals and they finished eating quickly, and it was noon again. Luo couldn't help stretching when he was full. Convex and convex, exquisite figure. There are infinite fantasies about men. Luo, brother Leng, shall we still look for that group of zombies? Leng Mingyue, let's not go. There are more important things to do. 10,000 words omitted. The early spring sun was shining warmly on my body. The sun shone on Luo's back, as if the skin could glow. The breeze is not dry, and the sun is just right. Fly into the sky with the two of them. The two broke through the shackles of the body, and their souls were intertwined. It was as if they had flown into the sky and out of the earth, and the two stretched infinitely. Infinitely beautiful. It seems like a long time has passed. Let Leng Mingyue have a new feeling. After the two regained consciousness, 2 hours had passed. Although Leng Mingyue can still fight again, but Luo was overwhelmed. The two snuggled together, basking in the sun. Leng Mingyue also gained something this time, but not as much as last time. It feels like the bottleneck is loose. Luo found that he was at the beginning of level 7. My goodness, 2 days to level up. And it's late. The two snuggled together without wanting to move, enjoying the afternoon. Then the satellite phone rang. Chapter 216. After connecting the phone, the voice of the deputy base chief came out. Mr. Leng's Dr. Animal is getting more and more excessive. Before, he only attacked some dozens of people, or the survivors who went out to search for supplies. Just this morning, they attacked the official base, massacred a large number of supernatural beings, and took away tens of thousands of ordinary survivors. Leng Mingyue, is there a place for them, deputy base chief? There is no location yet, but if so many people were robbed today, there will definitely be traces left. I have already sent someone to investigate. Leng Mingyue, give me the address, and I'll check it out too. Received. An address. After hanging up the phone, Leng Mingyue and Luo didn't know that there was a werewolf watching this beautiful scene far away. When it was getting dark, Leng Mingyue suddenly felt a faint feeling of being spied on, and the ability to perceive became stronger when the level of supernatural powers increased. It is also possible that the werewolf relaxed his vigilance after observing for a long time. Leng Mingyue covered Luo with his clothes and said, "Don't move. I feel like I've been peeped. I'll go and have a look." Luo hurriedly covered himself with clothes. Leng Mingyue stood up, stretched his waist, looked around, but did not find the warrior. Walking to the side grass, pretending to be convenient, a space flashed, flashing 500 meters to the side. Peepers must be far away. Use binoculars to observe. Leng Mingyue turned into a black mist and quickly shuttled through the dusk. Finally, I saw a half-orc on a tree at a distance of 8 kilometers. Or more like a wolf. A wolf is squatting on a tree, holding up a binoculars. How funny it looks. Leng Mingyue secretly climbed up the tree and whispered in the werewolf's ear, "Does it look good?" The werewolf said, "It's beautiful. That girl is so beautiful. My mouth is watering. It must be delicious." It wasn't until the werewolf finished speaking that he realized who was talking to me. When the werewolf turned his head, Leng Mingyue stretched out 2 fingers and directly pulled out the 2 eyes. The werewolf screamed and fell from the tree. Leng Mingyue also jumped down from the tree. The werewolf held his head in his hands and screamed, "Leng Mingyue, where is Dr. Animal?" Following the sound, the werewolf rushed over, waved 2 wolf claws, and grabbed it. He kicked the werewolf on the chest, shattering the sternum, flying more than 10 meters, and hitting the rock behind, which exploded. Leng Mingyue, where is Dr. Animal? Werewolf, don't waste your energy. I won't say anything. He stepped between his legs and pushed hard. If you watch what you shouldn't, you have to pay the price. Leng Mingyue asked again, "You tell me where Dr. Animal is, and I can let you go." The werewolf was very stubborn. "I won't say anything above. Don't waste your efforts." Leng Mingyue snapped his fingers, and a small flame ignited from the werewolf's feet, but it couldn't be extinguished, no matter how hard he struck. Werewolf, you actually have fire abilities, are you? Leng Mingyue, it seems that I have successfully hidden, and the flames can't make the werewolf tell the information of Dr. Animal. With a wave of his hand, the werewolf was instantly engulfed in flames. Leng Mingyue returned to Luo's side in a flash. Leng Mingyue, it's safe now. Put on your clothes. There is something urgent. We have to leave overnight. The to quickly packed up and set off according to the address given by the deputy base chief. The two mounted their horses. Leng Mingyue took out the map and looked at the address given. It was near Ankang City, about 400 kilometers away from his current location, not too far away. The evening sun is like blood. Horse jumping. Let us be companions in the world of mortals, live smartly, galloping horses to share the prosperity of the world, to whine as a song, to sing out the joy in my heart, vigorously grasp the youthful years. Leng Mingyue sang suddenly, making Luou also look at the sunset fascinatedly, enjoying Leng Mingyue's embrace. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 217, Searching for Traces at Night. When we arrived near Ankang City, it was completely dark. It's hard to find clues. We can only stay there first and look for them tomorrow. After finding a flat place and having a simple dinner, the two got into the tent. Luou was a little tired today and fell asleep early. Leng Mingyue came out of the tent. Tell Ma Wang to take good care of Luou and run away with him if there is danger. Leng Mingyue couldn't sleep and had to go to see it all night. It turned into a cloud of black smoke and quickly drifted towards the distant base. Walking with more than 10,000 survivors, the traces must be very obvious. When I arrived at the base, I saw that there are still some supernatural beings and survivors repairing the base. It can be seen that the city wall was breached from the west. There are many traces of survivors walking outside. The black smoke that Leng Mingyue turned into drifted away along the trail. These scientists are definitely not stupid, and they will not take so many people directly to the base camp. Now it's time to destroy a few points or save some survivors. These survivors must have been the subjects of the experiments. After chasing along the traces, there are actually two teams of people also looking around along the traces. It may be someone from the Kyoto base. Ignoring these people, Leng Mingyue drifted past. One person said, I just felt a gust of wind blowing. The person next to him said, isn't it normal to have wind? Leng Mingyue is very fast. After running for about 30 kilometers, the traces of human walking suddenly disappeared, replaced by traces of car tires. It seems that this group of people is well prepared. People must walk very slowly. It would be much faster to switch to a car, as long as the road is easy to walk. After chasing the traces of cars for a while, many roads appeared. Each road had traces of cars, and now it is difficult to find. Leng Mingyue summoned a giant eagle, flew into the sky, and asked the giant eagle to see if there were any car lights. It was night, and if there were cars, it would definitely turn on the lights flying into the sky and turning around a lot. I didn't find a single car. Leng Mingyue scratched his head. These grandsons hide quite deeply. Lower the altitude again. Find the fork just now. Follow a road and let the giant eagle fly along the road at low altitude. There are many forks in the road, and each fork has traces flying along the main road for more than 20 kilometers. I saw several cars on the road, including buses and trucks. There are still some clothes and shoes of the survivors left in the car. It can be seen that the car was in a hurry when getting out of the car. Turning around in the car ahead, suddenly stepped on something. Leng Mingyue looked down and saw that it was a landmine. Although such mines cannot cause damage to Leng Mingyue, the clothes will definitely blow up. Toads don't bite, but respond to people. Leng Mingyue appeared 500 meters away in a flash. With a loud bang, the car exploded, and a fire broke out. These scientists are very rigorous in their work. The remaining few cars are all collected in the Godhead space. The cars that can be driven now are all good things. Continue to search nearby. There are very faint traces, and after walking for a while, there are almost no traces. After calculation, the distance from the attacked base is almost 70 kilometers. All the way to the west. It seems that their headquarters should be in the West Basin. After tossing all night, it was already past 1 o'clock in the morning. He returned to the place where he was stationed in a giant eagle. I saw that Ma Wang was sticking to his post. Leng Mingyue got into the tent and fell asleep with Luo in his arms. After tossing all night, he couldn't find any clues. When I woke up in the morning, Leng Mingyue didn't get enough sleep and wasn't in a good mood. Luo cooked seafood porridge. Of course the meat of the king squid had a good meal. Leng Mingyue finally woke up, continued to disguise, put on a mask, and changed to a white horse. Under the effect of Leng Mingyue's infinite crystal nucleus and spiritual spring water, this white horse has been cultivated to the early stage of the 6th level. This is the descendant of Ma Wang and a group of very talented Ma students. Talent is also good. A level 6 white horse is also very fast. There is no big goal, just go to the west and south. It's a pity to think of the leader of the zombie group in Jingzhou. He almost reached the zombie and ran out again to save Luo. A bunch of things. I didn't have time to cut it. An hour later, I saw a large group of zombies wandering in the distance. Leng Mingyue was happy. Urged the horse over. He shouted loudly, "Listen, zombies in front, you are surrounded by me. Don't run away, Luo. You gave a light hammer, man. The death is a boy." Chapter 218 Killing the 8th level peak zombie. Luo was speechless. How could he be so happy to see a zombie? These more than 100,000 zombies, surrounded by one person, stand still and let you kill. How many can you kill? Leng Mingyue, you can protect yourself. There are so many zombies. I rush in. I can't be distracted to protect you. Luo. I'm a 7th level supernatural being anyway, and most of the zombies here pose no threat to me. Leng Mingyue, you also pay attention. If there are zombies coming, let the white horse take you away. Leng Mingyue charged towards the group of zombies with 2 alloy sabers in hand. In order to hone himself, he didn't flash in directly. To kill the zombie leader, the 2 war knives flew up and down and could kill several zombies with one knife. A soil thorn rushes into the dense zombies and can basically penetrate more than 20 zombies. Leng Mingyue is very fast. Luo was fascinated by watching from behind. The people who can be hardened in the group are too powerful. The white horse had been warned and snorted from time to time. Luo secretly made up his mind that he must increase his ability level as soon as possible. When the zombies are crowded, a gravity field will empty the zombies. After an hour, finally rushed into the center. It was a defensive zombie at the peak of level 8. The attack power of defensive zombies is not high, easy to kill. There are several 7th level zombies around the 8th level zombies. Leng Mingyue almost killed the 7th level zombies with a few earth thorns. Zombies rushing forward one after another, crowded over, quickly stepped forward. The 8th level zombies were already within 20 meters. Leng Mingyue a gravity field. All the zombies were crushed, but the defensive zombies at the peak of the 8th level only bent slightly. This guy is very defensive. Leng Mingyue slashed at the neck of the zombie. The 2nd level alloy weapon was only slightly scratched. The defensive zombies are relatively large in size and powerful. Throwing a fist, this big fist is full of pressure. Leng Mingyue didn't have a hard pick. The knife slashed on the arm defending the zombies, and the bone could be seen in the wound with a full blow. This is a bit difficult to fight. If you take out the meteor knife now, it may be solved with one blow. In order to hone his abilities, he definitely couldn't use meteor today. A soil thorn pierced directly into the zombie's chest. The earth thorns on the zombie's chest seem to be a little stronger than the alloy saber. 2 alloy sabers flew up and down, cutting the defensive zombies into pieces. Flesh and blood are flying everywhere, but the bones cannot be broken. Leng Mingyue slashed the neck heavily, almost 100 knives at the same location, and under that full blow, the crack was finally cut. Because of the full strength blow, his body retreated a bit slowly, and was scratched a little by the fist of the 8th level peak. Leng Mingyue was sent flying several meters. Some blood surged from the beating. Take a long breath and drink a mouthful of spiritual spring water. Been fighting this zombie for an hour. Cracks can already be seen in the neck bones. I believe it will be resolved soon. Leng Mingyue is now at the peak of the 8th level, which is the same level as this zombie. Ordinary normal people, a team of 10 people of the same level, may not be able to defeat this zombie leader, not to mention rushing into the zombie crowd to kill. Take the enemy's head from the 10,000 army. Surrounded by zombies, low level zombies were directly crushed by a gravity field. The 8th level zombie bent slightly, and Leng Mingyue directly stabbed in the soil from the bottom to the top point under the action of the gravity field. The soil thorn directly penetrated the zombie's chest. Leng Mingyue flew forward and slashed at the neck of the defending zombie with all his strength with 2 alloy sabers. The bone was broken in half. At this time, the zombie leader was seriously injured. The defense that the zombies are proud of has been broken. Death is only a matter of time. The zombie turned around in a panic and wanted to run. What a tough bone. If you let you run away, the saw will not be cut in vain. It's like chopping a stone for an hour. My hands are numb. Not to mention that this 2nd level alloy weapon is really strong. Although there are some places where the blade is curled, it can still be used. The defensive zombie's escape speed was too slow. Leng Mingyue ran a few steps, and after catching up, he started a combo. A gravity field connected to soil spikes. Zombies alike being nailed to the ground. After jumping up, the 2 sabers cut down at the same time. The downward force of the body plus the force of the swinging arms. He slashed at the neck of the zombie with all his strength. Cut off the zombie's head with a knife. The zombies around quickly dispersed. Without the control of the zombie leader, the entire wave of zombies spread out. Leng Mingyue let out a long breath. This thing is really hard to kill. Take out the crystal nucleus of this 8th level peak. It is estimated that thousands of zombies were killed by himself. I'm going to collect a wave of high grade crystal nuclei together with LUOU. This time only level 5 and above are required. Suddenly a tiger sprang out from the crowd of zombies. It is said to be a tiger, but it looks like a human in many ways. But this one is all tigers. Could it be a mutant beast? Leng Mingyue quickly dodged to the left and threw a soil thorn casually. The tiger flicked its tail in the air, even turned slightly sideways to avoid the soil thorn. This body is so well controlled. Tiger said, you are much stronger than the information. Leng Mingyue, are you also the subject of Dr. Animal? Tiger, they are the experimental body, and I'm the perfect body. Leng Mingyue, why can't I see any changes in you? Tiger, I transplanted my brain into a mutant tiger. Leng Mingyue, thank you for telling me so many inside stories. Tiger, don't worry, you will definitely not leave here alive today. The tiger stopped talking nonsense and rushed forward. The 2 claws waved, bringing a strong wind, and this claw could split gold and crack stones. A terrifying claw, fast and powerful. Leng Mingyue held 2 sabers in front of him, wanting to test the strength of this tiger with a loud bang. Leng Mingyue was photographed back about 10 steps. His power is no less than the defensive zombies just now. Tiger, if you have this ability, prepare to die. Chapter 219 Killing Tiger Number 10. The tiger rushed over again. Leng Mingyue smiled slightly. A tiger jumped up. Leng Mingyue, you stupid tiger, do you know how to do this? When the tiger is less than 3 meters away, an earth thorn increases the gravity field. Because the tiger is directly pressed on the soil thorn by the gravity field in the air, the tiger is still fine. The soil thorn that was supposed to pierce the stomach pierced the tiger skin from the side of the stomach, avoiding the internal organs in the stomach. Leng Mingyue, the last time I met a tiger, I really wanted to tame one, but I didn't succeed. The tiger's skin was broken by me. It seems that I can't get a complete tiger skin this time. Although the wound was bleeding, it had no effect on the tiger's actions this time. The tiger didn't dare to jump up, ran over, grabbed it and swung it out. Leng Mingyue jumped back a step. 1 man and 1 tiger fought together. This tiger is very strong. The speed and strength have reached the strength of the mid-level 9. But the defense is weaker. After more than 10 minutes of the fight, the tiger was stabbed 3 times, and Leng Mingyue was also scratched once. Leng Mingyue forced the tiger back with 2 knives, and took a sip of spiritual spring water. Tiger, you have been fighting for more than 2 hours. You are tired. You will die today. A soil thorn flew out. The tiger jumped and dodged. Leng Mingyue followed, and the 2 alloy sabers slashed twice. They were all blocked by tigers. There were back and forth calls. I don't know if there are any doctor animals in the distance, and Leng Mingyue didn't use the fire ability for fear of revealing his cards too early. After another 20 minutes of fighting, number 10 has already started to panic. The more I hit myself, the more wounds I had on my body, and the opponent was also hit a few times by myself. So why did I feel alright? There was a small village not far away, and Leng Mingyue started running towards the village. Tiger, you can't hold on at last. I thought you were fine just now. There was a factory building next to the tiger, and Leng Mingyue ran into it. Tiger, can a factory building stop me? The tiger also rushed into the factory building. Leng Mingyue, how about the burial place I chose for you? The tiger rushed over and grabbed it with its claws. Leng Mingyue appeared on the side of the tiger in a flash. The tiger's eyes were straightened, and Leng Mingyue disappeared. Turning his head, he saw the appearance of Leng Mingyue, and at the same time, the rolled blade alloy saber had already cut to the neck. The tiger came to a sudden stop in its forward movement, lowered its head, and used all its strength to avoid the knife. This tiger was chopped off, the scalp exposed the bones, and one near the tiger was shocked. Impossible. Why do you still have spatial abilities? Leng Mingyue flashed up behind the tiger and slashed it down. The tiger used all its strength to hide to the side. Half of the ass was chopped off with the tail. The tiger panicked and wanted to run away. Without giving the tiger any more time, a flash appeared on the side of the tiger and cut across the tiger's neck. The huge tiger's head was chopped off. Finally solved this difficult opponent. You can't use multi-line abilities for fear of being exposed. With a wave of his hand, he collected the tiger's body, tiger head, and tiger tail into the Godhead space, and even put away some broken furniture on the ground, stained with tiger blood. Even the gang of animal doctors couldn't find out how the tiger died. Leng Mingyue went out of the factory and found Luou. Luou, brother Leng, where have you been? Why did a tiger suddenly appear? Leng Mingyue, it's nothing. It's a mutant beast. Let's go and collect crystal nuclei. There are many over there. Sure. Enough. Guided by the crystal nucleus, Luou didn't ask the tiger again. The two quickly collected crystal nuclei, and after Leng Mingyue's warning, collected crystal nuclei of level 5 or above. Watching Luou's slender hands chop off the zombie's head, stir it inside, and find out the crystal nucleus. It's a pity. How can such a beautiful person, such a beautiful hand, be used for this? It's too wasteful. An hour and a half later, Leng Mingyue said, let's start after picking up 10 minutes from now. You will see high level collection point. Although Luou was very tired, he heard that he could only pick up for 10 minutes, so he speeded up. The clothes on both of them were dirty, bloody hands. Leng Mingyue, find a place to wash your hands and change the lid to eat. There are too many zombies here. The smell was disgusting, and the two of them went straight on the road. After walking for more than an hour, they saw a village ahead. Leng Mingyue, just here, wash up and eat something. You must find a room this time, or you will be peeped again. I found a small 2-story building, which looked clean, even with curtains. Pulling the curtains, the two took off their blood-stained clothes. Leng Mingyue took out a lot of water from the divine space, and the two of them washed it well. Looking at the full set of toiletries that Leng Mingyue took out, Luou was happy. It was good to have water to wash his face a month ago, but now he can take a bath properly. Leng Mingyue washed it in 10 minutes. Don't worry about Luou. Let her wash slowly. Start preparing meals. I have been fighting high intensity, and I'm a little tired mentally. I don't want to make it complicated. He lit a fire, cooked a pot of king squid meat, and took out 2 rations. In fact, Leng Mingyue doesn't like to eat this military ration. I always feel that it is not as delicious as my own. Luou took another 40 minutes of washing before coming out. Leng Mingyue, did you wash off a layer of skin after washing for so long? Luou, I haven't seen shower gel and shampoo for many years. You must wash it well. You smell it or not? Leng Mingyue, Ziyang, let's eat quickly. The meat is cooked, and we will eat military rations today. Luou, you haven't even heard of it. Eat it quickly. It will be finished in a while. I want to smell it well. Luou, you blushed and began to eat. Although the taste of the military rations was average, but with the meat of the 9th level king squid, it was not something ordinary people could eat. Leng Mingyue also took out a bottle of coke. Luou's eyes lit up. Luou, give me a taste. I forgot what it tastes like. Eat and drink enough. Leng Mingyue threw out the tattered furniture and directly took out a big bed. Luou, can you do magic? Leng Mingyue, you just need to know that your man is omnipotent. The two hugged each other on the bed. Luo sighed again. He hadn't slept in such a comfortable big bed for many years. Leng Mingyue, it's time to get down to business. At this time, a giant bear came to the battlefield just now. Chapter 220 Giant Bear Number 9. The giant bear sniffed the battlefield full of zombies until he found the warehouse where the tiger was killed and sniffed in the warehouse. The giant bear stood up. The hair on his body gradually became thinner and the bear's head gradually changed into a human appearance. The strong man turned into a giant bear, took out his mobile phone and dialed. Doctor, number 10 should have been killed. Although I didn't find no 10's body, I smelled a lot of blood from number 10. Doctor. Animal, I didn't expect this person to be so strong. Although you are stronger than number 10, you can't be careless. The giant bear, don't worry, doctor, I will definitely be able to kill that human being. Doctor. Animal, no, 8 is not far from your place. You two, number 8 and number 9, are sure to be safe. The giant bear stopped talking. After hanging up the phone, he whispered to himself, I want to deal with that person before the 8th. I can't let a woman keep pressing me down. The giant bear landed on all fours and regained its appearance as a giant bear. Only in the shape of a giant bear can it have the abilities of a bear, smelling the smell in the air. Run west. Leng Mingyue and Luo fell asleep. Yesterday's battle with the zombies and the tiger did not change the bottleneck much because there was no life or death crisis. I have been suppressing the ability. Only the battle of life and death can break through. I wish Dr. Animal would send more people. In the morning, the two had a hasty meal and set off on a white horse. Of course, I ate a few fried eggs hastily, ate 5 buns, made a bowl of quick sesame paste, and a few dishes of pickles. Luo, maybe I can only eat this before the Doomsday. I didn't expect that after so many years of the Doomsday, I can still eat these. The speed of the white horse was very fast, and he encountered a group of zombies on the way. Leng Mingyue had no desire to challenge, and he needed more powerful zombies. If there are 8 level zombies, just flash into, kill the 8 level zombies, and flash out immediately without wasting time. Continue to walk more than 200 kilometers to reach the city of Baba. A large group of zombies can be seen in the distance. Leng Mingyue stopped, looking for the leader of the zombies, to see what level it was. Is it worth doing it yourself? Leng Mingyue doesn't know. The giant bear has been chasing behind him, following the smell left in the air, chasing to the house where he stayed yesterday. The strong smell here made the giant bear happy. Knowing that he was right in chasing him, he ran all the way west without taking a break. The giant bear was not as fast as the white horse. Bears are considered to have the most acute sense of smell on earth. That's why I didn't lose track. A bear can smell the carcasses of animals about 32 kilometers away, and the sense of smell is even more sensitive after mutation. Leng Mingyue was still hesitating whether to rush in to kill the zombies, but he felt it with his strong perception, and something was watching him from a distance behind him. Looking back, I saw a giant bear over 5 meters tall. This is 5 meters when all fours are on the ground, and it will be even higher if you stand up again. Leng Mingyue laughed. This is good. Better than zombies. Looking at this thing as more powerful than that tiger riding on horseback, he walked towards the distance at a leisurely pace, trying to stay away from the group of zombies. After he fought with the giant bear, Luo could not be attacked by the zombies. After walking about 5 kilometers, it is very flat. Leng Mingyue got off his horse and said, no matter what happens, don't go forward. If zombies or mutant beasts come, you just run away on horseback. You know, Luo. You, brother Leng, be careful, I will protect myself. Leng Mingyue walked towards the giant bear. Giant bear, I didn't expect you to not run away, it's unexpected. Leng Mingyue, I have never eaten bear's paw, I want to try it. Taking out 2 alloy sabers with somewhat curved blades, the giant bear rushed forward with a roar. Leng Mingyue also rushed up with a roar, and the giant bear swung its claws to catch it, sideways to avoid the bear's claws, and slashed on the bear's claws, although some skin was broken, but not much bleeding. The defense of this giant bear is much stronger than that of a tiger. The giant bear took another shot. 2 sabers stood in front of him, and with a sound of collision, Leng Mingyue was shot flying. Chapter 221 Fighting Number 9 Giant Bear. Leng Mingyue hit a tree behind and stopped. He coughed twice. Let out a sigh of relief. This giant bear is too powerful. Come and don't reciprocate. Leng Mingyue rushed forward, dodged the bear's paw, and kicked the giant bear between its legs with a height of more than 5 meters and a weight of more than 10 tons. The giant bear's legs left the ground under Leng Mingyue's full strength kick. The giant bear fell to the ground, clutching his legs and said, "You don't talk about martial arts." Leng Mingyue quickly slashed at the giant bear's neck with 2 alloy sabers. "Did you practice martial arts when you killed innocent people?" The giant bear got up quickly and was slashed twice in the back. Immediately afterwards, a soil thorn pierced the giant bear's neck. The giant bear waved its paw, and a wall of earth blocked the front. It turns out that this giant bear has an earth-type supernatural ability, and I thought it was a power-type ability. So much strength. Leng Mingyue, are you a power-type or an earth-type ability? Giant bear, Dr. Animal gave me 2 bear paws, one for strength and one for soil, which complement each other. It seems that although these guys are very strong, their brains are not sharp, and all these secrets are revealed when they are asked. The animal doctor and the crazy doctor use the same method. They gathered a few of the same kind and put them together to form a finished product. The giant bear rushed up again, and Leng Mingyue took advantage of his speed to stop confronting the giant bear head on, dodging and moving. While dodging, the 2 alloy sabers flew up and down, causing huge wounds to the giant bear. The number 10 tiger can't beat the number 9 giant bear, but for Leng Mingyue, this giant bear is very easy to kill because the speed is relatively slow and the defense is useless. Although the giant bear has high defense, it is not as good as the 8th bear. Zombies have high defense at the top of the level. Half an hour later, the giant bear was covered in scars. Leng Mingyue pierced the giant bear's eye with a soil thorn. The giant bear's earth ability was almost exhausted, so it could only stretch out to bear paws to block it. The earth thorn went through a bear's paw, and now the giant bear has been seriously injured. A little fox appeared behind Luou. Luou looked back and saw how cute this little fox was. But the light in the little fox's eyes reveals wisdom. The little fox waved its paws and the pink mist enveloped Luou. Luou was startled. How could this be similar to his own abilities at this time? The giant bear has only the ability to parry and has no backhand power. The knife slashed on the neck, and the giant bear opened its huge mouth and raised its head to roar. Leng Mingyue jumped up and kicked the giant bear on the chin, and the giant bear fell to the ground. Its eyes were staring, as if fainted. Taking advantage of his illness and wanting his life, he swung up to fight fiercely and slashed more than a dozen knives on the neck. This defense is really tough. The last knife, the bear's head moved. Put the huge bear corpse into the Godhead space. Leng Mingyue was thinking, are the things created by these animal doctors mutated beasts or humans? If it's a mutant beast, it's definitely fine to eat it by itself, but if it's a human, it's a hurdle in my heart. Leng Mingyue walked back and saw Luou, who was in a daze. Leng Mingyue, what's wrong with you? What are you doing in a daze? You weren't attacked by zombies, right? Luou, you, just now a fox attacked me with the same charm as mine. It was also pink mist, and I absorbed all of his pink mist. I saw a little fox next to me, foaming at the mouth, and rolling my eyes holding the little fox in their hands. The 2 rode away from here. Leng Mingyue wanted to take a rest. Find a dense forest. Leng Mingyue, you close your eyes. I will take you to a place. Luou. You closed his eyes and brought Luou, the white horse, and the little fox into the space of the Godhead. Leng Mingyue started to take a shower. The fight just now turned his clothes into strips of cloth. After taking a bath, I saw Luou watching from left to right. The birds were singing and the flowers were fragrant, and there was a peaceful scene. Taking out some ingredients, the 2 of them cooked while chatting, and gave a brief introduction to the Godhead space, but did not mention the complicated things like the power of faith. Luou, brother Leng, my ability level is 8th. Leng Mingyue, who was chopping vegetables, cut it in his hands. What's the situation? You are the protagonist, or I'm the protagonist. You level up a day. Luou, you, it's that fox. I absorbed all of its pink mist, and my ability rose to level 8, and it fainted. Put down the kitchen knife. Luou, brother Leng, what are you doing? Leng Mingyue, I'm going to find that fox. Let me improve as well. I've been stuck in this bottleneck for too long. Chapter 222 Encountering a strong enemy. When I found the little fox, I was still dizzy. The size of this little fox was about the size of a normal fox. Leng Mingyue grabbed the fur on the back of the fox's neck and lifted the fox up. Shake hard. Wake up. I need your help. Seeing that the fox didn't respond, he took out a bowl of spiritual spring water and poured it into the fox, and the fox became more awake. Leng Mingyue, I want to upgrade. You let me upgrade too. The little fox looked at Leng Mingyue like a fool. Pointing at Luou. How did you let him upgrade? Let me upgrade too. I can give you whatever you want. When the little fox saw Luou, his face was horrified and turned into anger again. He waved his paw and said, give me back my ability, you thief. With a wave of Leng Mingyue's hand, the little fox was fixed in midair. Leng Mingyue, tell me, what's going on? The little fox rolled his eyes wildly, probably planning to lie. With a wave of Leng Mingyue's hand, a stone floated up and slowly turned into powder. Leng Mingyue, honestly speaking, otherwise you would be turned into ashes. The little fox said, I'm number 8, and the animal doctor sent me to kill you. I wanted to sneak attack her. He pointed at Luou with his paw. I didn't expect all my charm abilities to be absorbed by her, and now I don't have any abilities at all. Leng Mingyue, are you a mutant beast or a human being, little fox? I think I'm human, but I can't change back to human. After finishing speaking, he was still a little depressed. Leng Mingyue was a little disappointed when he saw that the little fox couldn't upgrade himself. He ignored the little fox and went back to the table to start cooking. While cooking, Luou also stroked the fox. Leng Mingyue, it's still a human mind. You don't touch it, and it will attack you later when you recover your abilities. Luou, I don't know if I absorbed its abilities, but I feel that it is very kind. Soon, the rice was cooked and started to eat. Luou also made a bowl of meat for the little fox. Now the little fox has no abilities, and Luou is an 8th level ability user, so he will basically not be attacked by surprise. Leng Mingyue felt happy to have some loose bottlenecks after several big fights. I don't know if Dr. Animal will send someone to kill him again. He took Luou out of the divine space and imprisoned the little fox in the divine space. The two rode on the white horse and continued walking, hoping to set off. I saw a lot of zombies along the way, but there were no high level zombies. I didn't encounter anyone to attack me until I arrived in Chengdu. Could it be that Dr. Animal gave up? Leng Mingyue, find a place to cook and rest. When we come here, there must be animals or zombies watching us. If there is any danger again, I will take you into the space. Luou, you nodded and began to prepare meals. Luou hardly knew how to cook. She was still young when the Doomsday began, so she didn't have the chance to see so many ingredients. Later can only Leng Mingyue to stir fry, fish flavored shredded pork, kung pao chicken, cumin lamb, braised pork, and a pot of roasted king squid. Looking at Luou, tears flowed from the corner of his mouth. After eating, there was movement outside. It was just in time, just after dinner. Include Luou in the Godhead space. Came outside, 3 sewing zombies, 2 lions, 1 male and 1 female. Leng Mingyue felt that it would be a lot of pressure to fight against 5, and Luou didn't have to worry about the future. This time we must fight hard, hoping to break through level 9 at once. Leng Mingyue, you animals and zombies can also unite, which is beyond my expectation. One of the 3 stitched zombies said, we are no longer zombies, we are intelligent, and we are new humans. Leng Mingyue looked at the 2 lions, and the male lion said, we also belong to the new human race, which allows ordinary people to have extraordinary power. Leng Mingyue, you really know how to put gold on your face. Today you will all be my ghosts, lioness. Don't think that killing number 9 and number 10 makes you feel good. In our eyes, those are failures. Leng Mingyue knew it would be a tough battle. All of these 5 have the strength of mid-level 9 or above. In the state of not using the meteorite, it should be very laborious. Recently, Yuchen managed the survivors in the Godhead space, greatly increasing his power of faith. and the power of faith entered his body, greatly increasing his defense point. He took out 2 alloy war knives with curling blades. Although there are new ones in the Godhead space, although they have curling blades, they are still usable. 3 Zombies and Talan slowly surrounded them, and the battle was imminent. Chapter 223 Fighting 5 enemies. The lioness rushed there first, and a wind blade slashed out. The speed system, as well as the double ability of the wind system. Leng Mingyue dodged to avoid the wind blade point. The lion's paw was so powerful, and it was so big, that Leng Mingyue slashed it, only cutting some skin. It seems that this lion is a dual ability of strength and defense. How did this animal doctor cultivate these superpowers combined abilities? Both are difficult to deal with. The 3 zombies also moved. The short zombies have the ability of speed and fire. They can deal damage if they run fast, so why not talk to them? Leng Mingyue returned a soil thorn to it and quickly dodged the incoming fireball. The tall zombie also rushed over, clapped his hands, and a soil thorn flew out. The defense system plus the earth system are dual systems, and this second level alloy sword can't cut it. The last zombie has long range abilities of fire, water, earth, and 3 systems. This is an archmage. In a simple fight, the abilities of the 5 opponents were cleared up. From Leng Mingyue's point of view, the archmage must be easy to kill, but this 3-line zombie stood in the distance, and all 4 directions of him were blocked. If the whole card is revealed, one flash can solve it with one blow. Now is not the time to show off his whole cards. Let this person try his 4 abilities first. I really hope that I can oppress myself to upgrade myself. The big zombies and lions are the most aggressive ones rushing forward. The male lion swooped with 2 paws left and right. Incomparable power and influence. Leng Mingyue took 2 steps back to avoid it. Unexpectedly, the lioness had already surrounded her from behind. Leng Mingyue dodged the lioness claws, but did not dodge the wind blade, and a wind blade scratched his back. Without giving time to observe the injury on the back, the big zombie hit him with a sledgehammer. The speed zombie fireball has also arrived. An earthen wall was erected in front of Leng Mingyue, blocking the sight of the zombies, creating a gravity field immediately. Sway the bodies of the 4 enemies. Give yourself time to breathe. Quickly retreated and rushed out of the encirclement. The 3 series of zombies in the distance were too close to the companion just now, and they didn't make a move. Seeing that Leng Mingyue had escaped from the encirclement, he began to cast supernatural powers. One after another fireballs, earth thorns, and water balls hit him. Taking a deep breath, the 2 alloy sabers swung up to smash all the supernatural abilities that came over. Looking at the 5 enemies facing him, he had to kill the weakest one first, which was the 3 series of zombies. If you can rush over, you can solve it with a single knife. The second is the speed zombie, and greeted with the knife later the speed zombie rushed up again. Leng Mingyue didn't dodge anymore. He slashed with 2 sabers, and was dodged by the speed zombies soon. The encirclement was formed again. Face 4 enemies at once. Lionesses and speed zombies are the ones with the most shots, but they also left some wounds. Leng Mingyue has been adjusting his body to find an angle. At this moment, Leng Mingyue was caught on the body by the lion, and Leng Mingyue was shot and flew out. At the same time, his body jumped back vigorously. Adjusting his body in the air, he was already out of the encirclement after landing, and he was very close to the 3 series of zombies. After landing without panting, he rushed directly to the 3 series of zombies. This time he had to kill one first. He rushed to the 3 series of zombies, raised his knife, and chopped them down. No panic was seen in the eyes of the 3 series of zombies. In an instant, the 3 series of zombies disappeared. No, it should be said to be 4 series of zombies. It even has a space system. Such a rare ability. Dr. Crazy can get it too. The speed zombie laughed and said, "You are so cunning. Among us experimental subjects, it is the doctor who bothers you the most. It has 4-line abilities. Are you very disappointed?" It's true that I'm a little disappointed, but I don't know if you have spatial abilities. After speaking, he raised the knife and rushed towards the speed zombie. 2 zombies and Talan surrounded Leng Mingyue again. This time Leng Mingyue did not attack others, but only chased and killed the speed zombies. Sometimes it would be better to be beaten than to have it chopped off. 20 minutes later, one leg of the speed zombie was cut off. Leng Mingyue also suffered multiple injuries all over his body, but none of them were serious. Speed zombies want to withdraw from the siege, take advantage of his illness and kill him. Regardless of the lioness who pounces, a gravity field. After suppressing the speed zombie, a piece of soil pierced the zombie's arm. Leng Mingyue had already come to the front and slashed at the neck of the zombie with all his strength. The head was cut off directly. Finally downsizing one person. When the zombie and the lion were stunned, they took out a bowl of spiritual spring water. Restores lower stamina and injuries. The defensive zombie said angrily, "I didn't expect you to kill it after 5 of us besieged you." He rushed over with a loud roar. Now the best thing to kill on the field is the lioness. But Leng Mingyue didn't directly confront it, telling him to relax his vigilance. The defensive zombies rushed over. The defense is very high, coupled with the ability of the earth system. It is a bit difficult for me to roll the alloy sword of the blade point. After slashing the defensive zombies a few times, the lioness attacked from behind again. Leng Mingyue avoided the lioness claws, but failed to avoid the lioness windblade, adding another scar to his body. He slashed at the neck of the lioness with a knife. The lioness dodges, but the alloy saber in the other hand swiped from bottom to top. The lioness found that it was too late to hide. Directly cut a half-meter cut in the stomach. The internal organs can be seen inside. The lion was furious, but his speed was a bit slow. With both strength and defense, he didn't catch up. The lioness wanted to run away, but Leng Mingyue stabbed her in the back again. The bone was chopped off, with a bit of skin still attached. Although he is not dead now, he basically has no fighting power. The earth thorns defending against the zombies hit Leng Mingyue at the same time as the lion's claws. He was directly sent flying out. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 224. Kill a powerful enemy. Only the defensive zombies remain. In order to severely injure the lioness, he fought hard to get injured and took to heavy blows, especially lions. Pat on the back. Feeling overwhelmed, spit out a mouthful of blood. It was the first time Leng Mingyue was injured and vomited blood in so many years. Quickly drink a bowl of liquid water. 2 big guys are hard to kill. Of course, if you take out the meteor, it will be a matter of 2 knives. The whole cards are used now. That 4-line zombie is a headache. Leng Mingyue began to fool them. "I'll let you go now. You take your Yanguan road. I'll take my single plank bridge. How about it, lion? You cut off one of my lover's legs. I'll break both of your legs." Leng Mingyue began to gossip. "Are you in love with someone? Was it your lover when you were a human, or was it your lover after you turned into a lion?" "Lion, man and lion are my lovers." Leng Mingyue sighed. "You half-orcs, your brains are not very bright." Taking a few breaths while talking, the liquid water quickly repaired the body. The lion has both defense and strength, which is easier to kill than the zombie's defense and earth. Then there's the lion. Leng Mingyue dodged between the 2 big guys. From time to time, a wound is left on them. But it was always disturbed by those 4 series of zombies. Think of a way to lure that 4 series zombie over, 1 in front, 1 in back, attacking at the same time. The zombie's giant hammer hit Leng Mingyue's back, and the lion's paw hit Leng Mingyue's chest. Leng Mingyue spat out a mouthful of blood and fell to the ground motionless. Defense against zombies. This human is really hard to kill. But he can't stop my giant hammer, Xiangshi. Obviously I shot him to death. I want to take his body away. Defense against zombies. I killed him with a hammer, and it has nothing to do with you. Dr. Crazy gave me an order to bring this person back for a search. Leng Mingyue was hit on purpose, and when he was hit, he hid an earth-type ability in his clothes, but he was really hit and vomited blood. Both groups of people must want to snatch their own corpses, and they will wait for the 4 series of zombies to approach in a while. When I was hit by 2 tools just now, I felt that my level 9 bottleneck was loosened a lot. I was happy in my heart, and the corners of my mouth rose a little. The lioness came over dragging her wounded body. This is a time to claim credit. There was a lot of blood coming out of the abdomen, and it was a little weak. This is a mutant beast. If it were an ordinary animal, it would have died long ago. The 4 series of zombies also came over. Said, we will definitely take this person's body away, now. There are 2 on each side, but the lioness is badly injured. The zombies feel that they are winning. We joined forces just now, but now we are turning against each other. The alloy saber in Leng Mingyue's hand hit the neck of the 4 series of zombies and threw it out. Then he got up quickly and slashed with another knife. Everyone thought that Leng Mingyue was killed by 2 heavy blows. Unexpectedly, I could still stand up. The 4 series of zombies were still talking when they saw the alloy saber flying towards them. A knife was cut on the neck, and he wanted to draw the knife with his hands, but Leng Mingyue was already standing in front of him. Another knife had already slashed over, and his head flew high, his eyes full of disbelief. The 2 alloy sabers returned to Leng Mingyue. With a backhand, he slashed 2 knives on the neck of the lioness before the heads of the 4 series of zombies fell to the ground. The head of the lioness also flew up. Leng Mingyue retreated quickly, took out the Lingquan water, and took a few swigs. Leng Mingyue, don't rob. I'm sure I can kill you all. How about it? 5 of you come here. There are only 2 of you left. Defense against zombies. You actually killed it. It was cultivated by the doctor. This mission is just to exercise its abilities. I didn't expect to be killed by you. I will tear you apart. Defensive. Zombies and earth abilities attacked Leng Mingyue frantically. At this time, the male lion hugged the lioness with 2 paws and wept, saying, from human beings to half-orcs, I have always loved you. You may be truly liberated after you die, but I will definitely avenge you and go to the lioness again, looking for you. The male lion put down the female lion's body and also rushed towards Leng Mingyue. Leng Mingyue has some headaches. These defensive types are difficult to fight without good weapons. Now I can only consume it and start to strike the iron clangingly. Leng Mingyue was also beaten from time to time. Every time I get hit, there will be a feeling of loosening the bottleneck, but I will not break through. A gravity field, a soil spike, hit the defensive zombies. The lion opened its huge mouth and bit it. Leng Mingyue stretched out his hand almost into the mouth of the giant bear and threw a fireball compressed to be smaller than a fist. After quickly dodging to defend against the zombies, he slashed twice. The defensive zombies chased Leng Mingyue, but they didn't see magma flowing out of the lion's mouth behind him. There were still many flames flowing down the throat. At the risk of being bitten off his hand, he stuffed the fireball into the lion's mouth, causing a lot of damage to the lion. No matter how they were synthesized, the body still belonged to a mutant beast. No matter how high the external defenses, the internal defense is still not enough. The defensive zombies chased Leng Mingyue for a while and didn't see the lion coming over. Looking back, the lion was rolling with its mouth full. While defending against the zombies in a daze, Leng Mingyue quickly entered the lion. This lion is old and miserable. The tongue was cooked, the eyes were protruding, and the mouth was full of blood. It is estimated that the organs in the stomach were also cooked. Seeing that you have suffered so much, this old monk will save you. He picked up the alloy saber and slashed about 10 times on his neck. Another dead soul under the knife. Leng Mingyue looked at the defensive zombies. Are you going to surrender or be my ghost? Chapter 225. Upgrading to level 9. Defense against zombies. Your 2 knives are already curled, so they may not be able to kill me. Stop talking nonsense and fight together again. While fighting, Leng Mingyue dragged the zombies to find a house or dense forest. A zombie can't bring pressure, so solve it quickly. No house was found nearby, so he retreated while fighting and retreated to a forest. Leng Mingyue raised the alloy saber, which flashed in the air and turned into a Zingan sword. The head of the defensive zombie fell to the ground with a knife. Take a closer look at the Zingan knife in your hand. It is really a good knife. In order not to leave any traces, he put the corpses of the defensive zombies into the Godhead space, returned to the battlefield just now, and put away the corpses of the other 2 zombies and the 2 lions. Logically speaking, there must be an enemy watching nearby, but not found. Quickly returned to Li Shilin, hid behind a tree, and entered the divine space. The battle just now made me understand a little bit. Although the bottleneck was loosened a lot, there was no breakthrough. Seeing Leng Mingyue coming, Luo said, Brother Leng, why did it take so long? Have the enemies outside been resolved? Leng Mingyue, it has been solved, and my bottleneck is loose, and there are signs of a breakthrough. I need your help. Luo. You blushed, knowing what the so-called help was. Luo. Brother Leng, do you want to eat something first? There's no time. It's important to do business. Wars broke out in Space Point. The zombies and a little swallow who were watching from far outside the space reported the result of the battle to their boss Drive. Animal was taken aback. That man is so strong. He told all the strongholds on the surface to give up, and everyone lurks back to the base, and is not allowed to go out in a short time. Drive. Crazy heard that several of his favorite works were dead, so he smashed the things at hand everywhere. But know that this person is invincible. Issued the same name as Dr. Animal. Point 2 terrorist forces in the country are quickly dormant. When Leng Mingyue was still in the space war, the two doctors were talking on the phone. Dr. Animal, the new one is so strong. Is this the one with the surname Leng? Doctor. Crazy. It looks similar, but it's not exactly the same. It's hard to say. Dr. Animal, I have made new progress in the experiment here, and I will hide it for a while. Drive. Crazy. My most proud work has not shown its power yet. I regret that. I shouldn't let him go. I don't have any available subordinates now, so I will hide for a while and train more subordinates. I'm looking for this person. Revenge. At the same time, the deputy base chief in Kyoto also got the news that the two doctors had withdrawn from the known strongholds. Couldn't find any clues after that point. The outside world is changing, and the Godhead space is also earth-shattering. Thunder and lightning flashed in the sky, the earth trembled, and the lake boiled. People and animals in the Godhead space all looked at the sky in panic. At this time, Leng Mingyue and Luo were intertwined, and Leng Mingyue's mind went blank at this time, and the violent tremor made him lose consciousness. About an hour passed, and calm was restored in the Godhead space. Seeing Leng Mingyue open his eyes, Luo hurriedly asked, "What's going on? The tremors here are so strong, like an earthquake." Leng Mingyue slowed down and became excited. He finally reached level 9. Scan it with your spiritual sense. Good guy. The area of the Godhead space is estimated to be about the same as the area of China. Vast and boundless. Leng Mingyue became very playful and took out a map of China's landforms and adjusted the space of Godhead's province by province according to the landforms of China. The mountains, rivers, and rivers in the outside world can be found in the divine space. Seeing Leng Mingyue, who was in a daze, Luo pushed him with his hand. Leng Mingyue hugged Luo and kissed him. "You are really my lucky star." End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.